Okay, I think we're good. Guys, how's the sound coming through? Mic coming through okay? Wow! Am I really loud? All good? All good? Is that just the horrifying sight of your favorite cousin? You know, we're a pretty lovey family. Just a lot of teasing going on. Lots of teasing. Okay, so I think I've got everything on the go. Big Boosh! Glad to see you here. We are a lot of tormenting. Yes, it's actually nice to have you here right from the beginning. I do appreciate the raid. So Rose, what I've got going on today is I'm going to wait a little bit, but I've decided I'm going to do Shout Out Thursday, just for some folks who were terrorizing. Yes, I was terrorized for much of my growing up by my younger cousin, and I did my share of terrorizing as well. But so what I've done is, like, for example, I'm gonna shout you out. Okay, so let's just say I'm gonna shout out the Rose Garden. So that's kind of like, you know, at that point it's like, can you just quickly do the shout out for me, and you know, whatever. I'm gonna get one of those streamy thing, like the click 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 with the little buttons. Apparently that makes doing that very, very easy, but I'm not quite there yet. So there you go. That's what I need, but I'm going to need it for a lot of people. I think I've got like 16 people I want to shout out. It's going to be like a weekly thing, you know? So I just thought it's been a while since, my voice, since, I've done some shouts out on the channel. It's been a while since we've listed some of the stuff, like, you know, that is a lot, but I'll space it out so we can just do it kind of here and there. So hopefully you're around. Let me know if you go cook. So, let's see here. Everything seems to be working okay. Yeah, because I went through a list of folks that I kind of been meaning to shout out, and I actually, like it's kind of funny. There were more than I expected, so it's gonna be kind of cool. But I think it's a good day to do it. I was just kind of feeling like that shout out. You know, you're buying yourself a treat. Oh, very, very cool. I think we're having pizza tonight. I think it's pizza night here. We're gonna get this thing from Toppers, and it's this like spicy pepperoni thing. Oh, there! Look who's here! Look who can just smell the food. Look at her in her fancy little diamond, my VIP. Anyway, so we're gonna get one of those, and then on the weekend, I just confirmed with Swimmeroo. Oh, I had pizza tonight too. It's Pizza Thursday. It's Shout Out Thursday, Big Boosh. You know, we're really rolling here. I think it's going to be a pretty special stream. Anyway, so we're gonna get one of those. I just confirmed with Alex or with Swimmeroo. He does want a game night for his birthday. He thought it would be pretty cool, so we'll put one of those together. And I asked him what he wanted. And he likes those Pizza Hut wings. They have the boneless wings. I think the honey barbecue is what we get. So he wants those, or Chinese food. I'm okay with either. As we know, Chinese food is perfectly acceptable. So I'm leaving it up to the birthday boy. He can decide when he gets here, and then we'll see. So yeah, I'll be picking you up at the same time as I pick up Swimmeroo, and. Yeah, you can get wings at Pizza Hut in the U.S. Amazing. Yeah. It's well, we're actually in Canada, and but I know the U.S. have like this thing called Wing Street. I think it's like they actually specialize. I think they have a much larger selection than we do here. But we really kind of fell in love with these boneless things. And are they wings or are they nuggets? The debate goes on. It is America. Well, it's North America, so but yeah. So it's kind of encompassing, and I think I honestly haven't indulged in the wings too much in the U.S. Like, I have a lot of other restaurants I went to for, you know, other than Pizza Hut. That's because I'm a big foodie and whatever. But I do. Yeah, it's like I like the boneless wings from there. I think they're pretty good. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to kick off here. I know we're going into the Trollshaws. I just enjoy their crust. Yeah, that's another good thing too. So I'm gonna start book 3, and while I'm not really taking Jubilost, this Hobbit burglar, into like North Downs on stream, I may do some deeds there off stream. I just think it would be good because I'm kind of progressing with the books. We did all of chapter 1. We just finished Chapter 2, and we finished the Lone Lands in the last stream. And now I'd like to move on to the Trollshaws. I'm level 31, and while I think I'll be just fine in there, I know how my way around, and I know the burglar. I think it'll be a good warm up for the stream just to do book 3. So I think that's where we'll start. So we'll do this book 3 forward, fires in the north, talk to Candaith. So I think that's where we're gonna. What do I need? I need to go to Candaith. So we're gonna go there. So. Hope everybody's having a good day. Hopefully you're having a good day at work. Hopefully, Big Boosh, you're having a good day. You're off to the North Barrow Downs to slay some Barghists. One of my favorite places, actually. I don't mind spending a lot of time in the Barrow Downs. So, now, Big Boosh, are you on Treebeard here with me, or are you on a different server? I cannot remember. I think you're a Treebearder, but I'm not 100%. So Candaith says,
"What can I do for you?"
I'm on Laurelin. Oh, yes, that's right. Okay. And yes, I am. Well, I'm kind of not at the moment, but that is my favorite employment, and I do, basically, I taught in the U.S., I taught down in Florida, and I wanted to teach something different, so I had to kind of do a little upgrading. Now, just due to my kind of status as a Canadian and where I am and, you know, my background, I do get a significant discount on my education. So I came back up to Canada and near my hometown to be near my family as well. My mother's getting a little older and my son is growing up. So I was here to upgrade, and then I do plan on eventually coming back down. You know, Brawl 007. I kind of wish we could make custom VIP badges. Yeah, so there is a teacher. I was going to do a shout out for her. I don't have her on my list. That's weird. But Rose, that could be our first shout outs. It was, professor, teacher, I think it's G or J. I can't remember what it is, but yeah, I was gonna shout her out because she also does this, and she's fun to watch because she's really, I think it's their Professor Teacher G, yeah. So she does kind of different, like she does Lotro, she does some Stardew Valley, but I get a kick out of watching her because in Lotro she just kind of, you know, goes with the flow. I think it's her first time through the game, and you know, she's really enjoying it, so it's kind of funny. Okay, so I gotta go. Estelden sends word that I've got to go there and meet with Halbarad. Please hurry, for the orc fires burn hot. You know, I'm gonna increase the font size here. There we go. Maybe then you can read them on the stream. Orc fires burn hot and strong, and each moment we waste is another opportunity for the enemy. Okay, so I think with this, so there's the first of the shoutouts on Shoutout Thursday. So go check out Professor Teacher G. She's got a really cool voice too. You can kind of tell. Sometimes you can just tell when people are talking. You know, are you a teacher? Like, it just kind of like it just kind of resonates, and she's definitely when me and Swimmer come, I bring my PC so we can get commands done. Perfect. And I think I'm gonna splurge, and I think I'm gonna pick up one of those little boardy things. So we'll see if we can get that connected. Okay. Instant trip to Estelden. Travel for free. I think it's for free, and it's specifically for this quest. So. Yeah, so hopefully everybody's off to a good Thursday, and or winding down, as it were. These days it's becoming common that teachers become gamers as well. Well, the thing is, you know, with the way the world is right now, like you're stuck online a lot of the times anyway. As a teacher, you have to do online learning. So I mean, like, you're on your PC. There's times where, okay, well, I'm kind of done. So I think, you know, it's kind of a logical progression. Plus, I'm not gonna lie, like, you know, the teachers of today, the new teachers of today are yesterday's well, yes, they are yesterday's kids who grew up with, like, myself. I grew up with, like, the Atari 2600, then the Nintendo Entertainment System, then I had the Super Nintendo, then I had the N64, and so on. As I was, hey, whoa, Energon, yes sir. Easty. Thank you, John. Thanks for that subscription thing. And you know what, John, you're gonna get, you have a little thing now. You got a ring, And we actually found out that they approved the next ring. So by the time people get to 3 months, because the stream is only actually like 2 months old, it's not even. It's just kind of a little bit into the second month. And yeah, a ring, you say. So Rose, I don't know if you can kind of do the thing where you can show John how to redeem that ring. But John, that is so cool. I really appreciate it. You know, I was kind of I promoted you today. I found one of your characters in the kinship, and I noticed that they weren't promoted to kinsman. I think they were still off in La La Land. But anyway, yeah. So you can get a ring on your little thing like Rose has there. And I just got my first emote, so this is a really special day for me. That little Steely emote, that's my character, Steely Dad. He's kind of my guardian. I guess he's becoming one of my main. Oh, that's right. John is a founder too. Wow, this is awesome. What a great day! Hey, there he goes. So that's the first of the emotes. I just got it approved today. About like an hour ago, they sent me the email and said your thing has been approved. So that's really cool. Yeah. So thanks, John. I really appreciate that. One more time. Nothing can match the power you have when the teacher leaves you in charge until he goes out of class. I got a story about that, bro. I got a story about that, and it was kind of funny because I was teaching my class. Now, my class at the time was they were grade 8s, so they were I was teaching middle school, so I had the grade 7s in the afternoon. I had the grade 8s they were grade 7s. I had the 6s in the afternoon. So it was the morning, and I gave them an assignment, and they were all working nice and silently, and it was kind of like I got a lot of funny compliments about that sort of thing. And so at one point in time, I said, okay, class, I'm leaving. I'm going to the office. Continue your I think it was just writing in a journal or something. And when I went to the office, I got there, and one of the other teachers said, who's watching your class? And I said, no one. I said, well, you just can't leave them alone. You just can't leave that class alone. They'll tear your classroom apart. And I said, no, they're fine. And she said, I'll go watch your class. I said, you know what? Come with me. I'm going to show you something. So we walked back to the class, and we were listening at the door, nothing. Opened the door. These children were just perfect. They were silent. They were writing. You know, they were, I guess, maybe like whispers, you know, going on or whatever. But it was wonderful. It was a wonderful moment, and it was just like those. You know, kids are intelligent. They can honestly tell when like the teacher really does care for them, and or whether it's just kind of like they're putting the meat through the grinder sort of thing. And those classes were awesome. Those were amazing students, and I do miss them. They'd probably be going into grade 11 now, I think. So it's quite the thing. Anyway, so that's my story. So, but I mean, it could happen. I've heard of other classes getting kind of torn apart. So, so let's see here. Halbrad says,
"What can I do for you?"
That is true. That is true. When the teacher's good, anything can happen in class. Yeah. The idea is just, you know, like I was more worried about their learning when I was trying to teach than like, you know, sit up straight, turn your chair, you know, like pay attention, face the front, you know, like all this. And it was kind of like I did my thing. They were interested in it, and they just paid attention on their own. And they were like, you know, do you mind if I sit like this? Do you know? I said, no. As long as you're picking up what I'm laying down, then you're good. And I guess that's a very different approach than they were used to. So it was a good response. Okay, so the forward says, word has spread about the help you've given the Rangers to the south. Here in the Northern Lands, we need your help now more than ever. Finish this.
Stay a moment.
I'm going to guess you were an English teacher. Absolutely. I taught English and geography to the grade 7s in the morning, and then the grade 6s in the afternoon. I taught English, and I taught civics and something, and I can't remember what the other part of it was, but it was the first term, second term. So I had 2 English classes, and then a geography, and then a civics class. So civics was cool because I'm a Canadian and I was teaching in America, and I'm learning American civics as I'm teaching. So it was pretty neat. So I love my high school because it was small. And sociology, I think there was something to do with that. Just seemed to have more empathy and humanity. You know, and that's the thing too, is like it. We're all English teachers in some way are like dreamers and readers, right? Because you have to love to read to get an English degree, and so it might have been Soch, John. It might have been. I honestly can't remember what the second part of that class was, but yeah. So I think like when you're kind of that. Hence why I hate English. Jeepers. Yeah, because some people just are more astute to like more intuitive to read than the other. My favorite high school teacher was my history teacher. Mine too. John, 100%. And my favorite university professor was also my history teacher. And the unfortunate thing is I was actually going to school for a degree in history. But my history teacher passed away. He had a heart attack while he was playing tennis, and he was in his late 50s, early 60s. And he passed away. So I had 3 courses signed up with him for my second year of university, and they were all substituted for, of course. But he was a great man. They actually renamed the athletic center after him. He was held in very high esteem at my university, so it was a big loss for everyone, and maybe I could have went there. So. What, Laura? Hey, Steely, hope you're doing okay today. Just lurk. You can lurk away, Laura. Welcome to the stream, and thanks for the chat. I can't believe this was your first chat. Lurk away, and hope you enjoy some of the stuff that you're hearing. It's Lotro, so I'm back there. But anyway, welcome aboard, and thanks for the chat. So, and there's Val. There's Val, my fellow flautist. Val, welcome to the chat. Thanks for the wave. And whoa, look at this! Wow, John, you're building your own legend here, my friend. Thank you very much for that gift. Look, John has gifted a tier 1 sub to Laura. It's their first gift sub in the channel. I think this. Holy smoke! And now we've got a raid. What is going on here? I owed Laura. Oh, well, welcome, everyone. Welcome. And Hard Hit. Yes, Hard Hit. Welcome. And she's the legend. Ooh, raid party. Oh, my goodness. Anyway, welcome aboard, everyone. This is completely unexpected. We were having a nice, cool little Thursday afternoon chat. And hello, greeting to all the raiders. Glad to have you with us. I'm actually streaming. And Snuggle Bunsies, yes, welcome to the channel. Welcome back, actually, because I know you were here before. I'm sure some of you I know, some of you I'm just kind of meeting for the first time. So welcome, and welcome to Steely Dad's channel. Since you're all here, this is oh my goodness, Green Eye Gamer. Thank you very much. Green Eye Gamer, you are on my shout-out list. Let's see here. You were gonna come up in the last part, like the latter part. I think I have 16 shouts out, and you were number 13. Looks like so. I was gonna be busy doing the shoutouts. Anyway, guys, go follow the Green Eye Gamer if you haven't before. Rose Garden, if you want to post that would be fantastic. And while I've got you all here, and I don't know if this is a good idea, but a couple of things that we do here is we actually we have riddles for our lucky number 13. Oh yes, we have riddles for our viewers, and we also, I've recently inserted some dad jokes. So while this may alienate some of you, these are actually quite good dad jokes, by the way. I'm gonna pose the first riddle of the day here. Now that we've got these raids, and Laura's here, and John's gifting subs. It's just amazing. So in honor of this, let's have our first riddle of the day. I'm gonna try to get a good one for you guys. I think there's some really good ones on my third page here. Okay, so I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of a rough one to start. So here it is. I don't think, or eat, or slumber, or move around, or fear thunder. Just like you, I look the same, but I can't harm you or be your bane. That's a bit of a rough one. I might have saved that one for later. But I don't think, or eat, or slumber, or move around, or fear thunder. Just like you, I look the same, but I can't harm you or be your bane. I've got a good hint for this one. It's a bit of a rough one. I'm also going to give you this other riddle to kind of work on, actually. Well, this is more of a kind of a dad joke riddle, but let's see here. Okay, so here's the first dad joke of the day. So oh, that was a good one. Oh boy. All right. So I did those two. Okay. What's the worst thing about ancient history class? What's the worst thing about ancient history class? The teachers tend to babble on. The teachers tend to babble on. Oh, dum dum dum. Oh, that's a good one. Okay, so it's sad that I get that. Yes, indeed. Anyway, welcome to the channel, folks. We're working on basically this was my yes, indeed. We're working on my not Hobbit, Gnome, Jubilost, Narthropple, Burglar. I'm taking him following the path of the Fellowship. So it's kind of like we've gone from the Shire with him. And why is a history degree a bad idea? There's no future in it. Oh, yes. When it's Scott, I appreciate that one, my friend. Let's see here. So getting back to the stream, yes. So we're taking this this Hobbit basically all the way through, following the path of the Fellowship. So I've gone through the Shire, Bree, and the Old Forest, because I did the quest in the Old Forest. It's kind of following that path. Just finished the Lone Lands. Now I'm going to go into the Trollshaws later on this stream. That's the plan. But in the meantime, I've done book 1 and book 2, so I thought it might be positive just to kind of go ahead and work on book 3. Get through book 3 is kind of a warm-up, and then what in the Rose Garden, you're berserk. Rose Garden is gifting 5 tier 1 subs to the community. They've gifted a total, well, you know, oh, you're berserk. You're wow. Okay, that's amazing. Thank you so much. It looks like you've got some pretty cool people too. Osirin, Household Pet, Killer. Oh, wow. There's all these things. Oh, now I know what's going on too. This is honestly I don't get gifted very much. I'm new. Anyway, okay, back to the stream. So I'm Goshal. Goshal is on the shout out list. Yeah, my sub alerts. Killer. Household Pet is actually Swimmeroo's godfather. And Anubis 1091, a regular on the channel. So thanks for sending that shout out to Goshal. Did you send the shout out to the Green Eyed Gamer? Because that's a must. You know, that was so nice of the raid going on. Yeah, okay. Breathe. You know what I'm gonna do, John? I'm gonna take a drink. And this is only water. What? Oh my goodness. You guys are crazy. You're crazy. This madness. A madness has taken hold of the company. Just running all over. Squirrel, you know. Okay, that's enough of that. Talk to Mincham is the next thing. So while the eyes of Estelden has been turned to the east, news from west and south tells me that the enemy is moving on many fronts. I fear... God, geez. What, we're getting close to a hype train? Oh my goodness. Yeah, wow. I've only ever seen that happen. We've never had anything close to the sort of that happening here, so this is bizarre. Anyway, what a Thursday, right? Just random Thursday. So I fear that the strength of Estelden is nearly spent, and alone we cannot face this greater threat. A council of the free peoples of the North Downs must be called. Yet before I do so, I need more knowledge of this threat. I need to know if Fornost, once the capital of Arnor of old, has fallen under the sway of Angmar once more. If the enemy has taken and fortified the ruins of Fornost, we are in the gravest of dangers. Travel to Mincham, a ranger who camps on the fields of Fornost to the west, and ask for his aid. Sure thing, Halbrad. And I'm not going to accept that. I'm not going to accept that right now. So, guys, let me tell you. Thank you so much for being here, for one thing. You know, I really hope that you not only sub, but if you're kind of, this is not the usual affair. I'm actually struck a little speechless here. This is kind of new for me. I am a newer streamer. I've only been streaming about a month and a half, going on 2 months, I guess. So having you know, raids and all this is still so, it's so new and so cool. You know, when I started this little stream, I just thought you know, maybe my family members would hear what I'd have to say, but it's really turned into something cute, and I enjoy that. So,
How can I be?
So
of
now I've got to
service?
make it over to Mincham. So let's take the Amon Wraith trip here. And Green-Eyed Gamer, thank you very much. I was actually just in your channel just before I started the stream, and I was listening to you kind of call someone out. They were mentioning oh, what is this? Energon just gifted a tier 1 sub to Heart. What, a hype train? You guys got a hype train going? This is bizarre. This is. Thank you so much. I'm like, you know, I'm seldom speechless, but this is amazing. Anyway, I was just on the channel and I heard you call someone out, Green-Eyed Gamer, about they were talking about a respawn for a mob, and you were like, no, it's not an hour. I got killed by them, and you know, I was like, I came back and they were there. So I think it was there, but let's see here, what's going on here. Oh, Steely, you know what, Laura? Thank you so much for doing that. Thank you very much, and everybody else who's gotten this train started. One day I need to do an English lesson stream. That's kind of a cool idea. Let's see here. Hype train. I'm so proud of Steely. I'm so glad that I am one of his mods and his family. Yes. So the Rose Garden is actually my cousin. And when I first started this, I mean, I had no idea what both of my cousins, Real Mr. Dom and the Rose Garden, were like, you're gonna need mods. I'll mod your channel, you know, no problem. Just thinking that it'd be something kind of small. Level 3, almost level 4. And it's just you know, it's just wonderful that they've gone kind of, you know, the Rose Garden is you should send yourself a shout out now, Rose Garden. This is a good time, you know, 100%. She's a variety streamer. She likes to stream games that tell stories. I'm a big fan. I actually listen in a little bit more than I think she knows, you know, to some of these things, so it's kind of cool. And she streams some really weird stuff too. So like, it's if you're kind of see her online, you really don't know what you're gonna get half the time. But in the end, she's pretty good. She does voices when she streams as well. So she kind of like, she'll give each character a voice, and she was playing like Dream Daddy this one time, and she's doing like the different daddy's voices, and one of them's kind of like you know, like a mature English person, and the other one's kind of like a little bit of a, you know, yeah, it's kind of a greaseball guy, you know. So it was actually pretty cool. 3 more dates, yeah. So that's another one. You know what, I'm gonna add. I think I'm gonna do another riddle here. Okay, let's do this. Forget about that last one. That last one was kind of rough. I was gonna cross it off, but anyway, let's do a riddle while I'm still on the road. So the riddle is this: everybody has some. You can lose some. You can gain some, but you cannot live without it. What am I? Everybody has some. You can lose some. You can gain some, but you cannot live without it. What am I? So yeah. So Rose is one of my mods. My other Sanity. That was, if you were playing what's that game? Eldritch Horror. Eldritch Horror, the board game. That's actually a measurable quantity as sanity. So yes, Laura. Yes. Hey, and congratulations on your ring, Laura. You got the sub ring. We got a lot of these rings going on now. That's just cool with the hype train and with the gifted subs. You guys are crazy. You guys are crazy amazing. What a bunch of amazing people. Good folks, as I like to say, good folks in this community, and good folks breed good. And there's my friend No Excess. You win some, you lose some. Hello. So yes, Laura, you are correct with that blood answer. And I gotta run. Thanks for the sub. Hope you all have a great time. Thank you very much, Green-Eyed Gamer. Thank you for the raid, and thanks for your kind words, and thanks for jumping on the hype train. You know, it's cool that you were here for that. You know, definitely a someone to follow and subscribe to, Green-Eyed Gamer. You know, very entertaining stream. So very cool. No excess, my friend. I see you're just popping into the game. I'm up in the North Downs right now. More riddles, please. Well, there's a couple of ways we can get more riddles. Now, I usually prepare like a couple of pages just in case. Rose Garden given a Tier 1 something. No, Rose, you're spending all your money, girl. Right? You just told me you got all this. You know, no excess. Hey, I'm sending a call out to you in game 2. Big Boo. So there's one way. Big Boosh has been in the channel for a little while. He's redeeming his Steely coins, and he's requesting a riddle. That is one way you can do it. Rose, you are over the top, girl. Thank you very much. Thank you for the sub train. You know, this has been one heck of a stream already. This is like a historic stream. And I'm just gonna get to Mincham, and I'm going to read out that riddle. I'll see if I can get. You've received this. Oh, okay. Whoa, look at that. That's so cool. That's really cool. Choo choo. Darn. You guys are amazing. Once again, thank you. Just means a lot. So that's. I'm no good with compliments. I'm no good with cool things like this. I don't ask ever for anything, even for Christmas. So when somebody gives me something, I'm a little at loss. So that's pretty cool. Okay, so here's a riddle, and you know, no more of this kind of mushy stuff. This is getting serious now. This is a serious riddle. Okay, so here it is. Ripped from my mother's womb, beaten and burned, I become a bloodthirsty killer. What am I? Ripped from my mother's womb, beaten and burned, I become a bloodthirsty killer. What am I? And your food is here. Oh, cool. All right. So, hype train emotes, yes, indeed. And a lot of you get access because you got these subscriptions now. No, not a kid. It's kind of a bit of a metaphor, this one. So it's kind of like, think what else could be ripped from a mother's womb, beaten and burned, and then becoming a bloodthirsty killer. What am I? Menopause? No. No, but I've witnessed some pretty crazy things with menopause. So not the answer I'm looking for. And we are on our honor here on Steely Dad. So no Googling this riddle, no resorting to like asking Siri or anything like that. So, all right, so we are here at Mincham. I'll read it one more time. The riddle is: ripped from my mother's womb, beaten and burned, I become a bloodthirsty killer. What am I? That is the riddle. Okay, so we're book 3, chapter 1 here. The enemy retaking Fornost of old. From what I have seen here, I believe it is most likely that they have. From this lonely camp, I have seen the specters of the Oathbreakers stir, and fellow spirits from Angmar take shape. Big Boosh! Big Boosh is correct. It is iron ore or iron that is ripped from their mother's womb. Of course, the iron gets taken out of the ore. Beaten and burned. It gets beaten and burned. And I become a bloodthirsty killer. What am I? A hot flash of brilliance to that answer. I see what you did there, Snuggle Bunsies. I see what you did. That was a little bit of hot flash of brilliance to your on you. So anyway, what Mincham wants is he's also seen orcs spilling out from the gates of Fornost. So yes, the enemy has indeed taken Fornost once more. What cannot be told is the strength of the enemy within that ruined city, and for that I shall need your help. Okay. Now we gotta go defeat Ongsburg's orcs at Norbury Gates. Norbury is actually what was Fornost was called historically. It was referred to as Norbury. And defeat wargs at Norbury Gates as well. So I cannot tell you the strength of the forces of Angmar within Fornost, for I did not see them approach. The orcs and wargs that guard the gates must have entered Fornost from the north. I fear the only way to know the true strength of the enemy within Fornost is to test the defenses erected at its gates by the orcs. Oh no. I would like to think that playing as a dwarf helped me there, and they forgot my blizzard. No! Not the blizzard. Damn. I'm sorry, Rose. I'm sorry. I'll get you one on Saturday. But call them back and tell them they forgot the blizzard and send it first time. We got first time chat. Iron Wolf, welcome to the channel, and thanks for the raid. Let's see here. I would do this myself, but an old injury prevents me from doing so. Of course, he took an arrow to the knee. If you're willing, go to the Norbury Gates and slay what orcs and wargs. Okay, so there we go. So thanks for the chat. And the raid note, that's pretty cool. So we're in the North Downs. We're playing on this Hobbit burglar. I refer to him as a gnome. And hey, look who it is. There's my man Bear J. Steely, how's it going tonight? I came in with the Green-Eyed Gamer. I was just out picking up the dog. Very cool. So Jay, I've got to tell you, my friend, this has been a crazy stream. We're 38 minutes in. Laura's here. there's one thing. John went berserk and gifted subs. Rose went berserk and gifted subs. Laura, I believe, gifted subs. Like, I had a hype train. I never even had a hype train before. The only time I've ever actually seen a hype train is when I was watching Man J, my favorite streamer. And it's yeah, so it's crazy. It's been madness here. You'll also notice as subscribers, this is cool. That you'll have a new emote. You'll have Rose Garden, what a mod, forgot to remind about the follow. Also, not really my first chat. I've been around ages, but not since they implemented the feature. Okay, cool, I gotcha. And followage, yes. So thank you very much for that, Iron Wolf. And you know, it just comes up on my notification like first time chat. So there's a new Steely emote for subscribers. It was me. I forgot to follow. Okay. Blood Eyes Pack. We're just gonna ignore that. So yeah. So this is crazy stuff. So yeah. So the new Steely emote. Look at that one. It's pretty awesome. So Nor for All will be working on command. Oh yeah, Note for All will be working on command soon. So guys, just so you know, you guys have kind of shown a lot of kindness to this stream, especially today. I came in here and I was actually contemplating. I haven't been wait, it's not showing I'm following. Oh, weird. Hey, now it shows. Yeah, and Snuggle Bunsies. Yeah. I don't have access to all of the kind of the things that have gone on. There's just too much, and it's been all pushed all over. All I can do is like send out this massive thank you. But the stream isn't really that old. I think we're gonna turn 2 pretty soon. I think it's about a 2-month anniversary from that the stream that could have been. You're now a conductor. Like 6 years ago. Well. Yes and no, maybe, but it might have been a different Steely Dad. But anyway, I've only been at it a couple of months, and my first stream I think was December like 14th or something. But I lost it. I was streaming and I was playing this brawler. And it was just one of those impulse streams. It was just kind of like, I've been talking about it for a long time, and then I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna. What is this? Rose, you've gone berserk. Okay. You do not have to do that, Rose. You are crazy. That's crazy stuff. So as far as gifting subs go, yeah, like wow, that's Rose. You're gonna be hard to catch. Rose has gifted 7 subs today. Like 7. That's. Oh wait, I saw the avatar and said Lord of the Rings. Enough over there. I thought it was an official channel. I'm trying. I'm actually trying to. I've been in touch with Cord, and I'm just waiting kind of on a response. But I've heard some kind of cool compliments, and I'm like, maybe I will approach Cord about maybe being an official thing. But yeah, you guys are Rose. You've gone loony. I'm gonna have to. Oh boy, let's see. Well, let's I can't wait for the weekend. We're gonna have just so you know. So Rose, as I mentioned, is actually my cousin, and she's also my mod. So my son is actually Swimmer the Roo. My son is my other mod. He is currently kind of unavailable, and thanks Iron Wolf. That's awesome. Thanks, and I appreciate the follow. I hope to see you here more often. If any of you are still out there from the raid or anything and you haven't followed, just go ahead and hit that follow button now if you want to come back and hear some more riddles and have some more fun. But anyway, yeah, so I put on this stream. I'm going in several directions at once. John is probably getting a big kick out of this. And I've completed the quest, so, did I get to play much of the first Pokemon? Yes, so we got riddles, and we got Pokemon, and we got today's stream, and we got my first stream, and we got Hard Hit coming in with a ring now. There's just all kinds of things going on. But anyway, so Laura first. Okay, Laura, I did. I got okay, and Rose got her Blizzard now. This is cool. So I got to play quite a bit of it. I'm still kind of in the beginning because I'm taking a different approach. the Pokedex is slightly different in the new Pokemon. You don't just have to catch things once. I think there's only about 120 Pokemon in this new thing, like 120 distinct Pokemon. But each entry in the Pokedex has like quests in it. So like, you know, for example, if you want to complete the Pokedex, you have to get it to rank 10 for each Pokemon in the Pokedex. And how you get a rank is there's like, you can catch Pokemon. You get a rank for like 1, 3, 5, 10, 15, and 20. Because that would be like 5 ranks. Or you can battle them and actually like, you know, like kill them sort of thing. I don't really like to say that when it comes to Pokemon, but and then you get ranks like that. You get ranks by observing them using some skills. You get and all together, like it takes like 10 ranks to complete a Pokedex entry. So I'm kind of doing it that way. I'm just trying to complete entries as I see them. So I'm still kind of almost in the starter zone. But I've seen Swimmeroo play right beside me, and he's actually progressed pretty far in the game. So that was pretty cool. So that's that. So I'm excited to play a little bit more of it. I've kind of been tempted, but then I've also been playing some New World, and I've been playing some Lotro. I am enjoying it. Yeah, defeating them. That's right. No hit points, only morale. So that's another thing you explain to players who are playing Lotro. Things don't die; they just run out of morale. You know, which is kind of a nice, safe Tolkien-esque, you know, like a light, I guess, play on death. Okay, so Mincham.
Shadow is on my side.
I am enjoying it. Yes, I am very much so. So I'm pretty excited to play again. Honestly, it's just there's so much to play. I've been playing this. I've been playing New World, and you know there's some stuff that's, and I've still got to work. Yeah. So you're truly a stout heart to face such beasts. You have my gratitude. I only wish I could have done this myself instead of sending you in my stead. But time and injury prevent me from wielding a sword, let alone drawing a bow. From what you did tell me, Angmar did not really merely send a token force. Nay, it appears they sent an army. Fornost has fallen once more to Angmar. Yes, it has.
Will you hear my sorrows?
Return to Halbarad and tell him what's going on. From such a fortified spot, Angmar could dominate all of the north, but there are even worse things to worry about. Tales tell of a great evil which inhabitants the collapsed and ruined halls of Fornost. This evil could be called to serve Angmar. Okay. I think I'm going to treat myself to it and have a go over the weekend. Been watching some videos. Just so to finish that kind of like thought on the game, I was going to tell you something and then I forgot. It's different. It's so different from any other Pokemon game. It combines a little bit of action because you don't just kind of like run into the Pokemon, a battle begins, and then like you throw your thing, they throw their thing, like you're using their skills, you weaken them, and then you throw a Pokeball. Okay, that's not the only way to do it. In this one, it's like Lotro. Like you could be creeping along. You can, if you're in the high grass, you actually like appear like you're stealthed. You know, I'll use this burglar as an example. And if there's a Pokemon, say, you know, where this deer is, for example, you can hurl a Pokeball using the Z button or the Z button. You can hurl it at the plains buck, for example, from this far away, and you could capture it right there. So it's like an open world, and then if you get closer, it could see you. So it's much different from any Pokemon game that I played, and the open world is awesome. Like you really can just take your time, play how you want. It's got a very like MMO feel to it. Like this could be the new Pokemon right here. So it's very cool, very different. If you're looking for a different Pokemon game, this is it. And it's like it takes place in medieval Japan too, so it's like that's kind of the setting. So it's also a little bit different in that everybody's not your friend. Everybody's kind of like, you know, like you need to follow orders, you need to be a part of the company, you need to be a contributing member of society, otherwise you'll be cast out, and if you starve, oh well, you starve. So it's some pretty interesting. You know, like this is not your friendly neighborhood Pokemon. This is like a new adventure. So it's pretty cool. So there's that. So getting back to the stream, my original stream I lost. So I was playing along. I played a couple of hours, and when I was done, I was like, you know what? That's not bad. That was actually pretty good. And then I went to check, you know, because everybody kind of wants to see what they look like, right? If you're streaming for the first time, it's like, well, how was that? You know, how was I landing? So I messaged the Rose Garden. I'm like, hey, you know, Twitch hasn't posted my stream yet. How long does it take before it gets posted? The VOD. And she's like, well, it should be instantaneously. Hey, Valve, welcome aboard. I'm probably 6 hours overdue to sleep. Have fun with your... Thanks, Iron Wolf, and thank you for stopping by. And thank you for your follow. I really appreciate it. Come on back anytime. You see, I usually stream Lotro Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I might start streaming one day on the weekend. So come on back and enjoy some riddles. Maybe I'll hit you with one more before you leave. Anyway, Valve, so welcome aboard. Welcome. I was just telling the story about how I completed my first stream. I asked where the VOD was, and I forgot to hit the save VOD button. So that first stream is lost forever. There was one person who followed me from that stream, and they will have witnessed my inaugural stream, and that was it. Everybody else just saw, like, from the second stream onwards. So okay, riddle. This is another complimentary riddle. I'll throw out a couple of them. There is a redeem button, so if you... local recordings, no, nothing. Everything from the second stream on is available on the YouTube channel, which is, follow that link right there if you want to go follow on YouTube. And you can kind of follow this Hobbit Burglar's adventures because he was going along quite nicely. And then Moria came out. So we kind of took a trip to Moria with other characters, and then I started a Steely Dad Guardian, and all kinds of stuff happened. So, okay, so riddle me this. Some live in me, some live on, and some shave me to stride upon. I rarely leave my native land, until my death I always stand. High and low I may be found, both above and below ground. So what am I? I'll read that again. Some live in me, some live on, and some shave me to stride upon. I rarely leave my native land, and Man Bear J. Look at that, just like that. A tree is the correct answer. Valve, you were second, but memory was not. I was looking for a tree. So Jay, congratulations, you're still on fire. Jay and John, I think, are they win the awards for the quickest answer and very astute. So very cool. Congratulations. And yeah, so I'll you can always redeem for more riddles. You can redeem some channel points if you want to hear more. I do have a limited amount. You can also redeem for some dad jokes. Just saying, there's dad jokes in here too. So okay, so we're going back to Halbarad. So I need to catch a ride to Estelin. So that was another thing. That was another train of lost thought. Almost a lost tale. What else is going on here? Oh boy, this is a once a stream redemption. This is a good time to do it too because I'm on a break, like riding this horse. So just give me one moment and I'll be back. So Rose Garden has redeemed Fetch Diesel for a stream appearance. So I'll go see if I can find him. Be right back. Ladies. There he is. There he is. Oh boy. Oh boy. Alright. This is Diesel. This is my orange tabby, big orange chum. And he was sleeping. Oh, he's happy now though. He's happy. You gonna wave? Yeah. So, very friendly cats. We've got two of them. Good night. I thought the dryer was shrinking my clothes. Turns out it was the refrigerator. So yeah, so this is my big moose. He is about 23 pounds. He does have the big Buddha belly. Loves being hugged and cuddled, but sometimes he reaches his limits of good like appreciation. So anyway, so that's Deez. I'll let him get back to his oh my, the cat hair is just flying. He's got a lot of he's a shedder. So I'm just gonna be covered. So, oh boy. Alright. There you go, Deez. Okay, now I am a cat hair mess. So let's see here. What's guys? So Fesh and Valve, and Rose and Snuggle Bunsies. All right. So Diesel has made his stream appearance. Are you going back out or are you staying? You can stay if you want, but you're gonna be bored. Here, let me fix your box here. If you want to go in there, go ahead. Yeah, so there was that. So that's another story. What else was... Oh, so we're doing... Let's see here. Like, I need my box. Oh, well, yeah. of course, the other one shows up. I'm gonna. Another thing that I was doing. Maybe this is karma, because I gotta tell you, I was talking to Rose before the stream, and I was doing shout out Thursdays, and I was gonna do a series of shout outs. So since Rose is here, I'm gonna do a few here. And I kind of was exploring after I got the I guess it was just before I got that emote approved. I was kind of popping into Lost Ark while watching stream. Oh, nice, Valve. Let me know how that is. I was actually going to join, and I think that you can still get the Be a Founder thing. I think that's still up. So I'm kind of interested. I hear the PvP is actually, like, amazing. I'm not usually a PvPer. I'm usually pretty crappy at it, but I don't mind getting my head beat in if, like, I can be a healer or something, So okay, so let's do some shoutouts. So we've already done the Rose Garden. Did we shout out Jay? I mean, a lot of the folks on here already follow Jay's stream. He's contributed so much to our stream. So okay, the next one would be Potine O'Bowen. He's a regular follower of the stream. He's a Lotro streamer. And I'm not sure if you can find him, but Potino Bowen, he does show, and he's here quite regularly. I think he may be on holidays. I think he hasn't streamed for a week, but there you go. So thanks for that, Rose. So let's shout out Patine. It's fun, to be honest, pretty much the game Diablo wished to be. Oh, very interesting. Very cool. All right, that gives me a clue. So, yeah, it looks beautiful. It really does. And it's kind of an action, like an action MMO. So, I'm glad to hear there are no chest-size sliders for character creation. I don't see how it could be a true next-gen ARPG. Yeah, I'm just, I've got my own questions that I'm kind of more of a, like, I'll take my chances sort of thing. I'm having McDonald's for lunch tomorrow, dude. I've been good all week, so I deserve it. Absolutely. Were you on the bike this morning? Because I know you were actually, like, doing pretty well being on the bike, all week long. So, I'm assuming today was like a day like no other. This dude's been riding the bike, New Year's resolution, and, like, aside from a couple of days here and there, like, he's been on the bike for almost 2 straight months. So this is awesome. I was on my record time today. Sweet. Yes, they don't have Dairy Queen, I don't think, in the UK, Jay. So lawful good, yes. Okay, so Halberad's here. Let's see. I suppose we can be thankful that we're no longer as ignorant of the enemy's plans as we once were. Yet the question of how we will face this threat looms over us all. The people of the North Downs must be called together for a council to deal with this threat. There's much you can do, there's much to do, and I will ask you in the days ahead if you are a willing spirit. Of course, that's why I'm here. Okay, so book 3 is kind of a cool book in that there's 3 different, I guess, chapters that are interchangeable. You can do 4, 5, and 6 like in any order. Chapter 6 is kind of the logical end, because when you're done chapter 6, you get the end of chapter, like, film, like the little voiceover and the cutscene. So that's kind of the official end of it. But you can do 4, 5, and 6 in any different ways. So what has just happened? Arabani has followed. Well, thanks, Arabani. Welcome to the stream, and thank you for your follow. Appreciate that. Hope you're having an awesome Thursday. I'm having a great Thursday. This is like, that was another thing. He's taking the mick out of me, Rose. Okay, approve all your choices here, Jay. I don't judge. Your McDonald's has pizza. Oh, I wish McDonald's had pizza. Yeah, we used to have pizza here in Canada at McDonald's, and it's gone. It's gone thing. It still has the Korean element attached to it. Even has eyeshadow and makeup, and the butt animation on a female walk has real attitude. Interesting. Okay. Yes, Aravani. Yes, this is actually the first. This is Killer. I'll get to you in a moment. So I gotta go off on this. Jubilost is my favorite character in Pathfinder. Mine as well. I played the Pathfinder Kingmaker, the PS4 version, and he some of the speeches that he gives, I laughed out loud. Like, they were just that good and clever. And I always take him. He's actually one of the best NPCs. So thanks for the follow. We have 100% that in common, and that this character You can see his full name here. He is Jubilost Narthropple, and he's part of the Flatulent Flautists. But I mean, like that's just more epic to the epicness of this character. So, okay, so welcome to the stream and thanks for the follow. Killer, save the Chetwood. I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not. Killer, you are always welcome here. You have a sub now. You were gifted a sub, I think, by Rose today. You were on that list of subs. So welcome to the thing. You have a ring. I mean, how cool is that? And then Bear J says, "Oh no, welcome to the Shire. Justice for Jagger Jack. We don't have the Chet. Okay, we don't save the Chetwood here. We kind of don't. We kind of put it to the torch, but." I was born in the Chetwood, molded by it. Didn't see Bree till I was but a man, but by then it was nothing but blindness. Wow. All right. Damn. Okay, so we need the might of the dwarves of Othrakar. Meanwhile, back to the plot. The dwarves there are good Longbeards, but have long been put to the task by the Dour Hands. When the Dour Hands showed their true loyalties, the Longbeards drove them out of Othrakar. Yet they are still hard pressed by the Dour Hands, and only recently has one of Durin's folk from Erebor, Dori, come to aid them. Okay. It will not be easy to convince them to lend their strength, but you must try. Travel to Othrakar and speak with Dori. Okay. That's number 1. Number 2. Call to Elves. To the south of Estildin, there stands a small refuge of the Elves. Many long years have the Elves dwelt there. However, in recent days, most of the Elves have left the glade. What is worse, I have heard that those few that remained were slain by stone trolls from the north. You see, that's something I just don't get. What is going on here? Oh, thank you, Jay. Thank you very much for those bits, Jay. I think that may be the first time anyone has cheered bits. And requesting a riddle, of course. You need only ask. Let's see here. Yeah, it is an iron. Oh no, Rose. I'm sorry, Rose. Sometimes you just overlook those that are closest to you. I'll say that. But thanks, Jay. And let's see here. We got to talk to Gildor and Glory. And more important, we have a riddle request. So let's get that done. So your riddle, Jay. Okay. I don't think I used this one in the last stream. Though it is not an ox, it has horns. Though it is not a donkey, it has packed saddle. And wherever it goes, it leaves silver behind. Though it is not an ox, it has horns. Though it is not a donkey, it has packed saddle. And wherever it goes, it leaves... Okay, Jay, you got it. And okay, so that is the same one. All right, sorry, I'm going to skip. Sorry, that is not your riddle. Let's see here. There's so many good ones here. And there's some that are not so good. And that's where I'm going with that. And I want to get a good one. Okay, so... right, Laura, let's go. Oh yeah, geez, Laura. Geez, I'm so sorry. I missed that too. Oh my god. Anyway, I'm awful. I'm awful at these things. So, what fruit is of great use in history? What fruit is of great use in history? That is my riddle. It's kind of almost a dad joke riddle here. So, apple, grape. Nope. Couple wrong answers. Jay is out. Everybody's leaving. What is going on? Not a grape, not an apple. What fruit is of great use in history? There's a link there. I can't leave. Let's see here. Okay. Finally, talk to Nellie Boskins. So we've got to go to Trestlebridge. We've got to talk to Nellie. And this reminds me of my next shout out. Laura. Absolutely, Laura. You got the answer. This fruit is great use in history. A date, of course. And congratulations on that riddle. It was almost kind of a dad joke, but yeah, like no, Laura is not cheating, Jay. Laura's not cheating. I gotta say, Laura wouldn't do that. I didn't want to say it because of. Okay. Okay, so we got those 3 things to work on now. So we've got some stuff. You know what we got to get going sometime, Rose? You got to show me how to do it. A poll. I think we have access to polls. I could use a poll right now. It's kind of a like we could do a poll. Are we going to do the dwarf quest first, the elf quest first, or the man quest first? You know, that could be a thing. Just type poll. Okay, all right. Let's try it out. We have some masters of the thing here, so let's do this. I hope I don't lose my thing. That's my only thing. Slash poll. Okay, what's next? Create a sub. Poll. Which quest? What? How? Wait a minute. Rose. Okay, I was like, what is going on here? Thank you very much, Rose. So yeah, so let's see. How long does this last till the little meter runs out, eh? Okay, so we've got dwarf, elf, and man. Which quest do you want to see done first in these 3-parters? 1 minute. Okay, cool. I'm gonna actually send you guys an Easter egg here. This is something that you may not know. If you haven't been back to Estelden after you hit like your legendary, Rose is too quick. Rose is like my little awesome mod robot like machine girl. And I was gonna send a shout out to Rose, but we'll do this. I know too much. You know too much. But Niels here, this guy Niels. When you get your legendary weapon, I think you have to actually be like level 55. But once upon a time. Oh, we've got a tie. So how do we break the tie? You know, I didn't even get to finish. I was just typing hashtag poll. I'm going to stop that. Okay. Okay, so dwarf or man, you know. Anyway, let me just finish this. Niels is a dwarf, so I think I'm going to go with dwarf. So something's telling me. So at level 55, you can come to Niels and pick up quests that'll send you to various locations. They used to be known as the Estelden bounties. And you used to get legendary item XP balls for a reward. Like, they used to actually be balls, and then they changed them to runes. So legendary XP runes, and now they're actually you can get what are they? Like whatever the currency is that allows you to increase the legendary items XP now. I don't have it on me. But it's there's 5 bounties there, and you can actually get some incomparable stuff. Traceries, I think they're called. Traceries. So. Okay, so let's go to Othrakar, because that's where the dwarf thing is. So Rose, need it that, and I can also have your dashboard open so I can do edit. Yes, absolutely. So Rose is also my editor. She does everything. She gifts subs, she sets up polls, she orders Dairy Queen, she gets ripped off because they didn't deliver a blizzard, and now she's actually, like, you know, able to edit my thing. So what an amazing gal. And she cheered bits. The irony is I'm a woman of all trades. Rose, trades, you know, just TRADES. Yes. All right. So and that's where we're different, folks. I am one of those people. I am one of those grammar Nazis, but I think it's just the English background. I'm an English major, so okay. So we got Jay his riddle. We're gonna go to this one. I was gonna do that snail one. Yes, shout out, Rose. I need a shout out. The whole family knows this. That is correct. So I was watching this stream earlier, and so it's Cats and Combats. So let's send a shout out to Cats and Combats. She plays Lotro. She also plays The Sims. She also does a bit of game design. She's a teacher herself. So I gotta give that kind of shout out to that kind of person. So Cats and Combats, if you can, yeah, go follow her if you haven't already. She's a fun gal. She's and I'm gonna hit another one while I'm doing this, Rose. So go send a shout out to Goshil, Goshil. He's an early morning kind of Lotro streamer. He usually is kind of streaming when I'm shaking myself out of bed. I think he's in the UK. He has an accent. And go follow him as well. That's a fun stream. I got to tell you, that's a fun one. So Green Eye Gamer we covered. Okay, cool. And did we send a shout out to Big Boosh? Send a shout out while we're doing this. This is shout out Thursday. I had this planned. So this is where I'm saying karma here. So shout out Big Boosh 7. BIGBOOSH 7. Send a shout out to Big Boosh. He was actually with us when the stream first started. I don't know if he's still here and if he's adventuring on Treebeard. He was in the Barrow Downs. Big Boosh, if you're still here, thank you. You've raided me a couple times now, and so send that shout out if you can. Big Boosh 7. Rose. And we'll stop there and we'll go. So, like I said, this may be karma because I was planning on sending all these shoutouts. I have a list of, I think, 16 that I was going to send, and I was going to start this shoutout Thursday thing. Just because I was kind of like, I was feeling kind of dumpy. And then I was like, maybe I'm not going to stream. I wasn't feeling well yesterday either. But then I'm like, no, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm going to do the Thursday stream, and lo and behold, this awesomeness happens, and all these cool people are here. And even Killer, and
What
so.
do you need?
All right, you seek Dory. Alas, Dory has been captured by the Dour Hands, and envoy of the traders just left and said that if we did not turn over the mines to them, Dory would be killed.
Might you lend me
Well, how about a cup of tea, Dory? Council of the Free Peoples, how could we give thought to a council with Dory gone? It was only with Dory's arrival and the hoard of gems that he brought that hope began to creep back into our hearts, but Dory has been captured, the gems lost, and hope is stolen away. If those men, those rangers, wish to have the help of the dwarves of Othrakar, then Dory must be freed. You, if you are the Rangers envoy, must do this if you desire our presence at the council. So a favor for a favor, as usual, typical Lotro fare. Dory is being held in the Dour Hands camp to the west. I know where he is. Okay. And this is one of those quests that requires inspiration. So I'm glad that you did, because it makes me smile just to spend time with you, even if online family is tight. Yes. Yes, it's always awesome. And it's great that you're here, Rose, because sometimes, I gotta say this, Rose is my mod, but when Swimmer the Roo is here, he's kind of really taken to his mod duties. He enjoys being here, and he usually sends out cheers to new followers and such. He's got some homework today. It's his birthday in 2 days. My son will be turning 16 years old. So there's a monumental event. 16-year-old son. Yeah, they're right. He's going to be 16. It's craziness. Anyway, he's doing some homework, so he can't join us for the first part of the stream. He might actually be here, kind of sneaky peeting in the background, but I'm not 100% sure. But anyway, so Rose sometimes is able to take nights off. She's not modding like all the time hardcore, but it's nice. It's nice when she is, because you need that kind of person to kind of bring that tight-knitness to the community. So, right, it's getting late here, so I'm going to shoot off. Thanks for having me, Steely, and enjoy the rest of your stream. Bye, everyone. Night, Laura, and congratulations on your first riddle solve, and thank you so much for the gift sub, and thanks for joining us and being part of that hype train. That was pretty awesome of you. And I truly appreciate that. It's always a pleasure to talk with you in Manbear J's stream, and to know that we share a common love of Theme Hospital and other nerdy old games. So yeah, so that's one thing, and so it's nice when Rose is here and she can actually stir things up. Oh, we've got a friend here. I'm wondering if Echeril has started the Dory quest. Let's sneak in and see. Looks like Dory's kind of relatively unharmed. His ring is here. So what I'm going to do is, I don't really like stealing this quest away if there's someone here. I mean, I was just kind of a sneaky burglar, so I could have done just that. So I'm just going to wait and see if this other character was here. I'll give him a couple of seconds. And if he is, I'll follow him up. I'll see if I can follow him up. Anyway, so for those of you who are joining us for the first time as well, welcome to the stream. This is Steely Dad 2021 channel. And it's just a laid-back Lotro stream. I'm a long-time player, been playing for about 14 years, and really enjoy the game. It's kind of been a passion, and so it's it's just kind of a chill stream. And everybody's kind of on their honor here. We do a lot of riddles. We do some dad jokes recently. You can always redeem those dad jokes. So just saying. There's a cooldown to them. Everybody needs that cooldown. So for a dad joke. Anyway, it's about time. Those Dour Hands took the hoard of gems I brought. We've got to get them back. Othrakar's depending on them. So I'm gonna just start this off because that fellow just disappeared. So the secret. Okay, things have been seen. So I went to see something. So I want to see something. Don't mind it. Okay, things have been seen. Okay. Oh, are you talking about on the dashboard, Rose? Is that what you're talking about? Let's see. Oh darn, didn't notice that the clock is running like mad. Gotta head to bed soon as well. Damn, it's, yeah, it is 1 a.m. It's getting close to 1 a.m. Now. Yeah, I believe you're in Finland, right, Val? I can't remember how to say goodnight in Finnish. I used to know that back in my kind of Lothario days when I was romancing a Finnish gal, Finnish exchange student. So, Hyvä Hyvä? Or is it Hiva? I'll get it from you for sure. But I had to look up this pronounce. Yeah, so Rose Garden, maybe that's something you didn't know about. I actually told that story before when I first found out that that Val was from Finland, as well as another one of our kinmates. I actually dated a Finnish exchange student once upon a time, which was kind of cool. And oh, Hiva is good. Okay. Or maybe it's Hiva and I'm pronouncing it wrong. But anyway, yes, so I actually learned how to say, like, cheers. I think good. I can't remember which one it was. Val corrected me on this one already. I think Kitos is like goodbye, I think, or good day. And I think Kipis is cheers. So I did know those two because I use them often at the bar, at the pub. And but the thing I learned was how to say "you have beautiful blue eyes" in Finnish. Kitos is thank you. Okay, well, Kitos for joining, Val. You know, I don't want to keep you up too late, but anyway, the finishing of the story is I actually surprised Swimmeroo because Swimmeroo never knew that either. This was kind of before Swimmeroo's mom. So anyway, how you say you have beautiful blue eyes in Finnish? Is, and forgive my pronunciation, I'm very English, so it's like Canadian English, kind of bland English, but I may not have the right accents in the right places, but it's Sinulla on counted siniset silimat. That's how I learned it. Sinulla on counted siniset silimat. So yeah, so that was kind of a nice little compliment that you know, may have gotten me a smooch or two back in the day. So why does it sound it's interesting that Lost Ark is banned in Belgium and the Netherlands due to their gaming laws, of all things. Kind of odd. Kind of odd. But the funny thing too is that, you know, for those who don't know, Finn is quite the. It's a very throaty language. Like it's a deep, you know, kind of what I refer to as a deep language. A lot of the pronunciation really comes from the back of the throat, and at least in the, you know, in the instances that I've seen, I actually witnessed this girl. You gotta give me some lessons someday. That'd be awesome, you know. And then I can actually, I'm still friends with her on Facebook, my Finnish friend, and of course, like, we both moved on in life, and we both, you know, like, got married, had a child, you know, etc. So, but where was I going with that? Now I can't remember. I lost my train of thought there. But anyway, it was just one of those moments that, you know, like from my misspent youth, I guess. Train left without me. Yep, that's about it. Yep. Anyway, more Finn to come. Oh, yes, Finnish as a language. So I listened to her have a conversation with her parents back in Finland. And I thought they were fighting. I thought they were arguing, like they were angry at each other, and I was like, "Are you guys okay?" She told she was finished. Yeah. So because it was just like the language was like I'd never heard Finnish being spoken like that before, like, you know, like fully fluent, and it was normally she spoke English, and she had like an English, like a UK accent on her English. It was an interesting accent that she had. But anyway, yeah, so I thought she was fighting. I said, "Are you okay? Did you just argue with your parents? Did you like tell them that you know you met this dashing Canadian man and, you know, like formed a you know, one of those school relationships sort of thing?" Or and she's like, no, we were just talking about, you know, everything fun and how great it is here and whatever. And I would not have believed her until I heard like them have whole conversations in it. And sometimes it sounds like Finnish people are angry with each other when they're just saying good morning. You know, it's like ents. But definitely a language I'd love to learn, because it was quite cool, just picking up a few words and phrases here and there. So okay, looks like Dory is safe. I can make it to Othrakar from here. You have escorted Dory to save you. Okay, so Dory got saved by a finished story. Valid bounds, not so much gaming laws as gambling laws. Ooh, that's interesting. That's interesting, and it's kind of neat to go from country to country. Like, you don't think, you know, I always smile when this happens to Rose. Rose is very local. Logan 4658 has followed. Thank you, Logan. Thanks for that follow. Hopefully, I'm glad you're still with me after my finished stories. But yeah, welcome to the stream. Hope you're having a good time. And I'm wondering if you're a Lotro player, if you're a Lotro fan, Logan. But either way, welcome to the stream. Loot boxes are seen as I see that. Yeah. So anyway, where I was going was Rose is very local. You know, like you know, she's referring to Tim Hortons. I'm a Lotro novice. Sweet. Well, maybe if you have any questions, I mean, you know, teacher by nature here, don't hesitate to ask. I'm always available to ask questions. Another thing that Rose we haven't done in a long time is Rose that was supposed to be Shire too. Just, you know, I'm not a king. I'm not lordly. I'm just an average dude. So okay, so let's go do the elves next because they're closest to Othrakar.
How can I be of service?
Mellowine, Stelly, yes, Rose. So Rose uses, like, you know, like I'm having DQ. I'm having my Timmies, and you know, we've got a lot of Twitch has really opened my eyes that there are a lot of international, like, stream followers and streamers, and there sometimes can be, like, you know, like, we don't have those here, we don't have those there, and you know, even when we do have things in common, like, you know, they have this big tasty burger in at the McDonald's in the UK, and we do not, and it looks big and it looks tasty, and I want one. I might actually. Well, we're already getting pizza, so I'll leave it at that. So, anyway, so sometimes, you know, like, I'll see that Rose will be saying something, and then someone will say, "What is that? You know, what is a DQ?" So it's kind of fun, you know, like, you get to meet all kinds of different people, but different laws in different countries. That's some pretty crazy stuff. The Big Tasty is the ultimate McDonald's burger. It does look really good, Jay. I will give you that. It does look actually, like, awesome. So when I set foot in that country, it is on my bucket list. I will go. Probably in between the time where I finish university, finish upgrading here, and going back and teaching. I think I'll take a vacation in Europe. So you're tagging along. We got to get you that passport, Rose, and we got to end this COVID stuff. That's a couple of big obstacles. The passport, not so much. The COVID is of course the biggest obstacle to travel right now. So. Okay, so I'm gonna give you a free riddle because this is kind of an international riddle, a little international flavor. I just broke my pencil. Anyway, this is a modern riddle. I don't normally ask these. Yeah, Basila just chimes in. She's still here, talking about the Roadhouse, Texas Roadhouse, chain from the U.S. One of our favorite places to eat. The steak is just melt in your mouth. So that's definitely on the menu too. Anyway, this riddle is currency that flirted with a British spy. You have to be one of two things here: either probably from a certain country or a fan of a certain franchise. Currency that flirted with a British spy is the riddle. Okay, so we are living a lie right now, folks. This you know, after finishing the last stream, we were just finishing the Lone Lands. Yes, Jay, yeah. Yes, that's the answer that I'm looking for. Currency that flirted with a British spy. I think Jay's just giving us some hints here. That's probably like a, you know, right away sort of things. Okay, so Gildor here. Anyway, so we were supposed to be in the Trollshaws. However, I decided to just take this character through book 3. No, not Euro. The Patrick Swayze movie. Dollar? No. So the currency that, or a type of currency, or a unit of currency, I could add that flirted with a British spy. Gildor and Glorian.
What can I do for you?
Hail and well met, good hobbit. You were once a companion of the ranger Amdir, were you not? Tell me what has become of Amdir. He perished a wraith. Poor Amdir. No, not the Sterling either. No. At least now he is at peace or at hope. I'm just naming currencies at this point. It's kind of it's a kind of a gag answer, Jay. It's kind of like the actual, like, currency is a euphemism for a person with an interesting name that flirted with a British spy, I guess is my clue. So let's see here. At least now he's at peace or at hope. I have seen dark things since I left his company, not the least the death of the Elves of Lingiliath. The shadow of the enemy has grown longer than perhaps any thought. You see, you get something from reading these quests, folks. I had no idea before kind of rereading these quests. I may have found out way back in like 2007 that elves died here. No, not Ruby. Not Ruby J. No. John has the answer. Well done, John. The currency that flirted with a British spy is Moneypenny. Moneypenny was the answer I was looking for. So this Council of Estelin, I wish I could simply commit to such an endeavor, but it is not so simple. Many of my people are nearly overcome with grief and anger at what happened here, and the threats against Lingiliath are not yet dealt with. Our scouts tell me that the orcs in Nanwethrin are planning to move against us soon. The scouts say that these orcs are being led by a great Uruk named Drukord, who camps in the deepest part of Nanwethrin. Perhaps if this Uruk were slain, Lingiliath would be protected enough for me to come to your council. It is a heavy burden, and I would task you with this if you remain of stout heart. The Uruk was a mighty foe, so we're going to have to use the Elf Stone to do it. So let's see here. What? I am lost. Sir, Moneypenny is not currency. I demand this. Play on words, right? Play on words. You hate to see it. Oh, John. John comes up clutch yet again. You know, he's answered so many riddles in this channel. And John, thank you very much for your subscription and the gift subscriptions. It's just crazy. Can't believe you sided with evil. Jay, am I evil? Has Steely Dad turned to the dark side? What's going on? It's not like I'm Milch or something, but maybe. Jay, you know, I'm on your side like 98% of the time. 98. It's a high percentage, my friend. High. So I was supposed to be in the Trollshaws at the beginning of this stream, but I figured I'd take them through book 3 since we'd done books 1 and 2. So let's see here. Bacilla, no. Ban Milch. No. None of that talk about banning Milch. No. I will say though, no homicidal thoughts, not too shabby. Craving pizza. Well, your cravings will be done. Only time Steely is banning Hard Hit. I sided with Hard Hit on that one just because he was always good to me. And, you know, he was never kind of... Okay, a cat just walked by. I didn't even know he was there. Anyway, so that there's that. And there's also the, you know, like... One of my favorite people, one of my favorite moderators is Jay's moderator, Milch. And I think we formed a good bond. You know, I respect his service, and I usually thank him for it. And sometimes that causes dissension. So there's that as well. However, anyway, so we're still here in the North Downs, but we're almost done. We're basically we've got a couple more quests done, and then we'll commence the Trollshaws. Trollshaws are one of my favorite zones, guys. I will say, I love the music. I love the quest. Milch does not deserve Milch services. See, there's this juxtaposition even in my chat. You know, so you know, I gotta side with John on this one, Jay. But that's the other percent. You know, there was Hard Hit 1%, and now there's Milch the other percent. So you know, I gotta say, Rose is just bitter because Milch has timed her out, and you know, I don't give Rose permission to time out Milch when he does visit. I must say, on Saturday I was streaming. It was the weekend stream. Unbelievable. No, you can't time him out. Unfortunately, not. I do not approve. It's not Steely approved. But he came to visit me when I was streaming the Pokemon game, and he actually said, "Hey, it's amazing! I can actually see you live, like, for the first time." So that was kind of cool. I guess one benefit to streaming at you know, I think I started the stream at 1 p.m. on Saturday. I don't honestly think after that stream kind of went the way it did, I don't think I'm going to stream too much more at that time and just random streams. I think I'm just going to stick to Lotro for the time being. And we'll go from there. And Lotro got some big news, I will say, and we'll talk about that in a little while. But big news that kind of is a bit of a heartening thing for our community, and also for the streamers like myself. I just started. Variety streaming is a tough business. It is. But the thing is, here's the thing. Do I have any regrets? Not really, because it was a labor of love, right? I had a lot of fun, even though, like, you may not stream for many people, but, one thing I remember my cousin Real Mr. Dom told me, as well as some other folks, is just do it for yourself, and that's, you can't go wrong. If you're happy doing what you're doing, then it comes out in your stream, and it all comes out in the wash anyway, so I will say I had a good time. I just don't think, for the foreseeable future, another thing that really was difficult about that stream is I did the first Nintendo Switch stream I've ever done, and it messed with my settings, and it messed with my, I had to get a capture card, and that was quite expensive, and it just, for the amount of work that it did to only kind of do it 2 hours a week, it really wasn't, in the long run, I'm like, nah, I think I'll skip. So that was another thing. You know what I realized? I never talked to Hanar at Othrakar. I was supposed to talk to him before I came here. So this will be something that I've got to do. Anyway, it was fun. Don't get me wrong, and it was nice that Milch was there. So that was cool. Let's see. What did I have to talk to you guys about? I'd like to talk to you about one other thing that I heard today. This is from a fellow Lotro streamer, Cats and Combats. And I'll kind of quote her on it, because she was on and she was doing, actually, I think she was doing these book quests. She was doing the same thing that I was doing. She was telling us about, that she had increased hours at work, and, her work really had her uptight. And, she said, in her own words, let's see here. Her time in Middle-earth is the most relaxed time of her week. She said riding a horse, to and from, Trestle Bridge to Estelden was, the most relaxing thing that she'd had happen to her in a long, in her work week. It totally was a nice stress-free thing. And I thought to myself, you know what? I don't know how many times that's worked for me. Sometimes it's just been real life is so, stressful right now. I've got deadlines. I've got stuff that I need to be doing. I'm going to take some time off, and I'm just going to go to Middle-earth, and I'll just craft. And, you get this, of course it does, you accomplish this, and you release these endorphins, and it gets you feeling better. But that's just a little bit of crafting. And so many times over the years, it's done me good to just be in Middle-earth and just spend some time here. So what was the Lotro news? So apparently there's a couple of things. One of the biggest that I heard was, or that I read about, is that there's been a sale. There's going to be a sale of the rights to the Lotro, to a few Lotro, a few Lord of the Rings, items. Of course, we all know that the new series is coming out on Amazon, the Rings of Power series, and those rights were bought specifically for that series and by Bezos and his company to be converted into an Amazon original series. So there's that. But there was actually another sale, and I'm just going to get to a safe point here. I'd like to get to the bridge. I can always hips. Let's just hips. There, I'm safe now. Okay, so let me check this out here. Yes. So, let's see here. Lord of the Rings and Hobbit movie and game rights are being sold off, the report says. So the rights also include TV shows with more than 8 episodes, merchandise, live events, and theme parks. Lotro theme park, so there. Glad it's going to happen, hopefully before I die. Within 10 years, I'm hoping. So, The rights to make movies and video games based on Tolkien's Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit are about to go up for sale. This was from yesterday. The Saul Zentz company is selling off the Tolkien rights it acquired back in 1976 for a predicted $2 billion. So the rights to include TV shows with more than 8 episodes, so no short-term series, live events, merchandise and theme parks, and some rights across additional Tolkien texts, The Silmarillion, and The Unfinished Tales, which is like also what my stream could be called, of Numenor and Middle-earth, according to Variety. This Saul Zentz company didn't immediately respond, so we'll go for that. But Amazon could be considered purchasing the rights after it paid a reported $250 million for the rights to make its upcoming series, The Lord of the Rings: Rings of Power. So Amazon reportedly bought those rights directly from the Tolkien estate due to the 8-episode loophole. So definitely we're in line for more than 8 episodes. The Rings of Power is scheduled to premiere on Amazon Prime on September the 2nd. Mark that on your calendar. We're like 7 months away. And then it talks about the Battle of Warner Brothers and how there's a new Lotro Lord of the Rings project, an anime prequel called The Lord of the Rings: The War of the Rohirrim that's being produced. It's going to be an animated story. So it goes into the history of Helm's Deep. Now, along with that, apparently Lord of the Rings Online is exploring, because of the sale of and whatnot, and the options. Sorry, I'm just losing my stream here. I have to lurk for a minute. Don't tell Vic. So according to this, and I'm still not where I need to be. Okay, there I am. Okay. According to this, Lord of the Rings Online is considering developing an Xbox and PlayStation console version of the game. If that means a revamp of some skill bloat and some options for the to play on console, then oh my goodness, I mean, we could have access to a whole new community, like a whole new section of gaming, from console gamers. I would love to just sit in my living room. My couch is a little bit more comfortable than my gaming chair here, and it really opens the door wide for Lotro to have a kind of another renaissance sort of thing. So I'm pretty excited. I don't know if this is going to happen. Lotro consoles has been something that EG7 has talked about 2 years in a row, standing strong. No, they haven't. They haven't, Harbane. And thanks for the chat. But it's just, it's just kind of hope. It's hope is kindled. That maybe with this sale and maybe the acquisition of some additional material, I don't know. I honestly don't think that they're going to gain access to $2 billion worth of rights, but just it may spark enough interest where subscriptions may rise to a point where we get to that point. I'm just fingers crossed. I'm being hopefully optimistic here. I'm not, and I'm by no means am I talking fact. I'm just talking rumor, but that's a pretty exciting rumor. So I'm pretty happy about that. But anyway, so that's one event, and then another is I think I don't know if many of you have seen or if you're excited for this Rings of Power series as I am, but I will say that I've seen I saw an article in Vanity Fair, and it had some of the characters in costume, and we've got some pretty cool looking people that are going to be playing in this. I saw a preview of Galadriel, Elrond, a dwarf princess, one of Durin the Fourth. So I'm assuming it's Durin the Fourth's daughter as a dwarf princess, but maybe not. It might be a dwarf of a different one of the 7, because they are covering those 7 rings. And there was an elf as well, an elf with a bow, and I think those are all the picks that I saw. But pretty cool. And I was reading the article, and it's a long article, and a couple of things made me cringe, but then they kind of explain them off as in don't take them too seriously. They hired an intimacy coach for some of the scenes that are taking place, and it's like, oh my god, please don't turn Tolkien into Game of Thrones. Leave Game of Thrones the way it is. That's the way Martin wrote it. There was a lot of smut in Game of Thrones, and a lot of very earthy humanity, and that's fine. The Lord of the Rings is very much it deals with deep subjects: life, death, hope, trust, betrayal, etc., temptation, lust in that, especially lust for the ring. But you know, like, then they kind of talked it off as if it was just to kind of, you know, nothing like that's going to happen. We realize what we're dealing with the source material, and it's probably not going to go that way. So I was happy to hear about that. Let's talk to Nellie Boskins here.
What can I do for you?
Oh yes, you know what? I read this earlier today on someone else's stream. She was reading this. A Council of Estelin, have you taken leave of your senses? Are you unaware of the dangers facing this town, the constant attacks we must endure? These men in the east, if they truly cared about the threats facing Trestlebridge, they would help us here with these orcs. We would not have had to suffer as we have. We lost all those dear to us. No, I shall not come to this council, nor anything else, and I shall not be convinced otherwise. Now, if you have no other business, leave me to see to the defense of this town. She is serious, folks. She's serious. So, alrighty. So, what we're gonna do here is we're just gonna cheat a little bit. I think I picked up some quests from the North Downs that I don't really want. Where's that? We're gonna mithril coin around. That's what I'm planning. So let's go to Hanar first. Rather than do a lot of horsing around, we're just gonna do some mithril coin travel here. So let's go to Hanar first, or Hanar in Othrakar. See what he has to say. So we've saved Dory. That's what he wanted. You've done a great things. Dory arrived not too long before you and is resting inside, but he told us of your valiant rescue. We're at your service. So, I have to pick a reward. Okay. So before he retired, I told Dory of your message about this Council of Estelin. He recommended that we go, and I agree with him. The dwarves shall lend their might to this council and free all the North Downs from the clutches of the enemy. Go now and tell the rangers we shall come. Excellent. So we've got the dwarves down. Now I'm going to mithril coin over to Gildor at Lingiliath. So that's mithril coin number 2. Okay, yes, we're right outside the door. So what does Gildor and Glorian have to say?
Megovanen.
Well, Megovanen. As you have done it, we have heard the wails of the orcs from here. You have seen to the safety of Lingiliath, Jubilost, and for this you have my thanks. Perfect. Ooh, fire damage on a dagger. I like the effect. I think I'm gonna take it, and I think I'm gonna put it in my my wardrobe. Okay, so with the Uruk Drukord slain, the threat of the orcs is lessened, and I'm free to come to the Council of Estelin. You should bring word to Halbarad that we shall attend him, and that we shall arrive soon. Your brave deeds may prove a strong foundation. Perfect. All right. So finally, the last person that we need to talk to here is Halbarad. We need to turn in part 4 and part 5, and then talk to him about part 6. So we're going to mithril coin to him. This used to be about the only length of time that made this book chapter lengthy, was just the horsing back and forth to each area, especially back and forth to Trestlebridge, because there has never been a swift to Trestlebridge until the days of the missions. So a little bit of a different story. All of the strength of the free peoples will be needed if we are to carry the day. All right. So these are good tidings. With the dwarves aiding us, our chances of turning the tide against Angmar are that much greater. You have done well this day. Next is...
Greetings.
The message you bear is joyous twice over. The Uruk Drukord is dead and the Elves have agreed to come to council. You have done very well, for the might of the Elves shall improve our lot all the more. You have my thanks for this. Perfect. And finally...
what can I do for you?
Good, you've returned. It does not surprise me that Nellie refused the call to council, but that does not matter now. Word has arrived that a large contingent of orcs is moving on Trestlebridge. The people there are strong folk, but I fear they are no match for these orcs and the chieftain who leads them. We must go to their aid.
Stay a moment.
Okay, in the past, the orcs that have attacked have been of the Tarkrip tribe. The bloodlust of that tribe usually causes them to throw themselves heedlessly into battle without forethought. Typical shock troops. The orcs that now move on Trestlebridge appear to be the more powerful Ongsburg's tribe. These warriors are stronger and more skilled. The townsfolk will not be able to stop them. I would send a party of my men to aid them, but all my kin are dealing with matters in the east. You and I may reach them in time. You have done much already, but I would ask for your help. Sure thing. Let's go. Let's go.
We must not delay.
We're not delaying. We're off. Oh, this is good music too. I like this one. Alright, so Halbarad. Halbarad is actually in one of the few rangers from the Lord of the Rings Online that is actually appears in the books. And in the Return of the King, he actually bears the standard that Arwen has made Aragorn. He's kind of his herald among the Rangers of the North. So Halbarad plays an important part in the books. So, the orcs are nearly come upon the town. Come with me quickly. There's a few other Rangers that appear in, like, I think Unfinished Tales has a few, and the History of Middle Earth may have a few more. It's been a long time since I've read those books, but they would have additional Rangers. But Halbarad is one of the people. There's also an interesting person that's mentioned in Return of the King. So Nellie's trying to rebuke Halbarad here. We don't need this. But then the guard says, "Look, one of our guards approaches," and then I think that's enough to talk them into. "Come, we must follow. The battle is upon us." Off we go. The guardsman says, "Mayor Boskin's orcs of a kind I've never seen before approach." "Perhaps your words were true, Halbarad. Come now, to the bridge! To the bridge! Off we go!" Where was I going? Oh, yes, so there was a character from Rohan that appeared in Return of the King. Now, spoiler alert here. I have not played through to the Battle of Pelennor Fields, and I don't know what happens to this character in the game. So I won't mention his name. But I will mention that a prominent character in the Rohan epics appears in the Battle of Pelennor Fields, and he actually dies there. So that's about as much as I'll say. But I really, because I'd never played that, I'd only gotten to know the name of this character through Lotro. I never actually read that part. Where did I get that backpack item? I think I bought it from the store. It is the Cook's Pack. I'll tell you in a second. Because I have one of those subscriber portable vaults with me, and I think this item is in my shared storage. So I think they're called Cook's Trappings. I think that's what it is. I just thought it was pretty cool because in the this character was inspired by a Pathfinder character from the Pathfinder role-playing game, and the character he's inspired from was a gnome alchemist. So there's a lot of scrolls and kind of like little things hanging off this, little compartments and such. I'll do a close-up of it. There's a couple of like, it looks like alchemist bombs, which are what he throws in that game. So let me check it. The battle rages on here. Are there numbers without limit? Oh, I think we're getting to the end. The end is in sight, Miss Boskins. There's the Battle Lord. Let's conch him. There. I'm gonna focus on him. This song too was in the original Lord of the Rings Online soundtrack. For those who bought the deluxe package, who got the CD, it was on that soundtrack as well. So, oh, I missed the bow. I must leave you now and return to Estelden. So, Nellie Boskins is grateful, I guess. And let's check that item. This would be... It's called the Cook's Pack, and it's bound to my account. I bought it from the store. Sturdy man-made backpack carrying a fine selection of cookware and spices. It looks rather large on a hobbit. But there, you can see it. Like, it has a couple of little looks like they look like alchemist bombs, you know, at least, or potions of some kind. So it's something like an alchemist would wear. It's got the water skin on it, bedroll, you know, typical Pathfinder fare, and a bunch of compartments. I think this would be a really cool pack to have kind of in real life. So that's barely first breakfast face. Spoken like a true hobbit. This, however, is representative of a gnome. So I'm a new player, quit WoW, and started Lotro a few months back. Been having a blast. 2 levels from the cap on your server. Which server are you playing on, Big Belly Obi? Hobbits? Okay, we've done well this day, so yay, Halbarad. We did it. Okay, you're going to get a cutscene. Brandywine, one of the big ones. That is one of the largest, oldest servers. I think it's Brandywine, Arkenstone. And you also got a guy on Treebeard. Very cool, very cool. Who is your guy on Treebeard by chance? I'm wondering if I ran into them in my travels. I'm playing on the Treebeard server. This is, I think it's in actually the stream title, but yeah. So I really enjoy it here. I enjoy the pacing.
Elrond has healed Frodo of his Morgul wound, and now the time has come to decide the fate of the One Ring. I can see no other path than that which leads to Mount Doom. Who then shall defend Eriador against the shadow of Angmar?
That is neat. That is neat, Snugglebunsies. And also, it's kind of cool for me. Brandywine is a server I have never made a character on. And I've made characters on quite a few. I have quite a few alts strewn around the Lotro world. But Brandywine, I've never been there. I have a character on Arkenstone. I think that's my only big one. But his name is Bog, Dwarf Minstrel, and I like the ability to make the landscape harder. Yes, I am playing on hard difficulty. I put it on hard. Most of the time I play on Deadly Zero. That's kind of my magic number. Alcoholism is real. Definitely, definitely. Okay, let's talk to Nelly for a moment here. Must apologize for behavior was nearly unforgivable. And I see now that constant orc attacks were nothing. Okay, so you and the Ranger Halbrad. So, I don't think I need this. No, I don't. No, okay. Talk to Halbrad. The debt I owe you and the Rangers cannot be repaid easily, but I hope to make a start of it by answering Halbrad's call to the council. Whatever strength the men of Trestlebridge can lend to Halbrad's endeavor shall be his to command. Go tell him that I will come to Estelden as soon as I settle matters here. I am still responsible first to my people, but I see that the free peoples of the North Downs must stand united. Awesome. I think that's about the end. So let's see here. Same, I play on hard as well. Might step up to Deadly. I just hit 60 on Treebeard. Excited to play Moria Endgame. Nice! And did I get to play Norwegian Wood already? Not yet, no excess, because it's through no fault of either of us. It's basically we haven't had a kin party in a while, so let's hopefully remedy this. And thanks, Big Belly Obi. I appreciate the follow. I hope you join me here again, and we can talk Lotro. Again, I welcome all Lotro related questions. I will say this: I'm not an expert, on Endgame, current Endgame. I've never actually gotten to past like mid Gondor, so I think I've got a character who's level 115 in Trap there. But I do know quite a bit of the early game, and I've been playing since for 14 years now. So I certainly have put in the time, and the game has undergone quite a few changes, but I still enjoy it. But no, so I haven't played it yet, no excess. But you know what? I'm gonna write that down because it's something that I need to get done. Let's see here. Norwegian. Yes, it's on my to-do list. I've had kind of a busy work week too, guys, and I wasn't really feeling well. I think it was on my to-do list from last week too. But anyway, okay. So, let's see here. Back to Halbrad. Now, rather than take the horse, although maybe I can. No, I'll just mithril coin and I'll just use a coin, just for brevity's sake. Okay, so here we are.
What do you need?
It's good to see you again. My thanks for your help. Without you and your companions, I would have surely fallen, as would have Trestlebridge. It's also good to know that Nellie Boskins will come to the council. She's a fine and strong woman, and I will welcome her and her people's presence in the conflict ahead. Perfect.
Might I take a moment?
And here's the big one. This is why I wanted to go there. While I await the arrival of those coming to the council, I must ask one final task of you. My chieftain Aragorn must be told of what has transpired here. I would also seek his counsel, as the position I find myself in is an unusual one. Aragorn has always been the one to lead, to organize, and inspire. If only the matter he was seeing to was not of much greater importance than he would be here. That cannot be helped. By now he should have arrived at the refuge of Rivendell in the Trollshaws. It's a hard ride, but word must be taken to Aragorn of these matters. Look for him in one of the rooms. Okay, so we know where that is. So, that is pretty much the end of Book 3. You have to go there eventually and talk with Aragorn, but I think what I'm going to do is I think I'm going to start, you're outside. Are you right here? No excess? No excess? You're outside. Are you in Rivendell? No, you're here. Okay, where are you? We have a random kin meeting. Where's my fellow flautist? Hey, there he is. All right. Oh, look at that beard. You're kind of a sneaky lore master. That's actually a pretty cool costume. Pretty cool costume. The old hobbow. Wait a minute. Oh, I'm getting a song, folks. We're all gonna get a song. Hold on one moment. I'm gonna turn this game audio down. There we go. Oh, it sounds great. That is also a really cool lute. Very cool, very cool. So this is no excess from the stream, guys, and he's playing us a little Norwegian wood. Which happens to be one of my favorite Beatles songs. You captured it perfectly, dude. This is great. That would be cute. Pets. Oh, that's fantastic, dude. Thank you so much, and thanks for playing that. And also thanks for so No Excess actually created this song. Like he converted it to an ABC file. I made a request to him on one of my characters. I will definitely give you a cheer. Yay! And definitely a bow. So yes, I made that request. He actually composed it. I can't believe it. That's awesome. What a talent! What a talent to be able to do such a thing. I wish I was a little bit more kind of musically inclined, but you know, where I play guitar and I can hold a tune, but a lot of my tunes that I'm holding sound a lot like when your teacher sings in grade school. Just so you know, it's not spectacular, but I always like how ABC makes it sound so human-like because of small delays. Yes, yes, and I love the fact that the game incorporates the song into, like, you're actually moving your fingers along the frets on the instrument that you're playing. So that's kind of a neat touch too. So very cool. Thanks, No Excess. That sounded great. It sounds like you hit it like bang on, and I will definitely be partaking in that song at our next party, which I hope is soon. At some point in time, we should get together soon and torch the Chetwood again, and then celebrate at the Brie Fountain. That would be kind of cool. Okay, so we're gonna take a series of horses here. Flatulent Flautists. I have a mini suitably named Stormgut Thunderbottom, sadly not on Treebeard. So Snuggle Bunsies, interesting story there. My original minstrel, which I played, actually was the first time I ever played a minstrel, because I started a Guardian on my original servers. My first attempt at a minstrel was on the Meneldor server. And his name was Squibber. He was a hobbit, and his name was Squibber Tootbottom. Squibber Tootbottom was my first hobbit. He was kind of a creepy old hobbit too. He had this like greasy mullet and like grayish whiting hair. But and the saying in my kinship, because I was part of a kinship called what were we called? The Secret Barefoot Hobbit Society or something like that. And
How can I be of service?
My kinmate's saying was never climb stairs behind a toot bottom, you know. So that was their thing. So yeah, so we got a little bit in common there. I like the thunder bottom. I don't think my hobbit bottom was quite as thunderous, but yeah. So Neat idea. Neat idea. The Flatulent Flautists it was created by Manbear J. He's a Lotro streamer. And originally it was just him and I think a couple of folks from his stream. I know Killer was one. John was in the kinship. And Cosmic Hush Puppy was also in the kinship before me. I'm not sure if I missed anyone else. But when I joined... They were just kind of hitting their stride, and we were getting quite a few people joining the kinship. And then we actually kind of went on a recruitment drive. And the story behind the kinship is just basically like there's no pressure. You know, you don't have to do anything. You don't have to, you know, like, oh, your gear's substandard. It's just like, let's go to the Chetwood and destroy everything we see in it, kill Jagger Jack, and then go party at the Brief Fountain after. We did a grand stare. We just took like basically whoever was available to go on level, and we just wiped everybody's butts in the place, and just had fun doing it. So
Greetings.
okay, so that was the thing. So with Jay, like Jay streams a lot of things. Right now he's streaming Grand Theft Auto Vice City. He also has been streaming RuneScape lately, and as with a lot of us here on Treebeard, a little bit of Lotro burnout. It's happened to a lot. I have a friend, also a streamer named Threndanir, who I play with on this server, and Thren experienced a bit of a burnout, and he's playing stuff. I'm playing New World. I'm not here as much as I used to be, but now with my cousin, Real Mr. Dom, also known as Fulis, since he's kind of joined the server again, and he's playing because he's staying with me, and he's actually like playing in my basement, and I'm playing in the office here. The interest is kind of renewed, and we're working on those characters. I also play with Rose and my son Swimmer the Root, so kind of a family affair with Lotro here. But anyway, with Jay kind of being on a little bit of a Lotro hiatus, we haven't quite been as active as far as like doing stuff. But I mean, a lot of people are still just playing, doing the heads down questing, gaining some levels, and the next time we run, something on level or Grand Stair or anything, I know in No Excess you're kind of getting near the area for Karn Doom and Urugarth, and I think that's something that we should get done, just for some fun and maybe for some deeds, go kind of wipe butt in that place, but yeah, so a lot of stuff. I guess a lot of just fun activities that we've been doing that are currently it's kind of like we've kind of, okay guys, let's do a little bit of questing, let's gain a few levels, and then we'll come back and do some more. So that's kind of where we're at. But and of course we've still got like another 4 months till Mirkwood comes out. So no need to be hasty here on Treebeard. Okay. So with that, we've been on for about 2 hours. I think we'll go a little while longer. With that, we hit the road to Rivendell. So we are now back at the part in the books and the movies where the party is leaving the Lowlands. In the movies, it's a little more somber because Frodo is basically, he's got the Morgul wound from the Morgul blade from Weathertop. So they're and there's someone from the Numenorian Royal Guard, Gadfium. So when you enter the Trollshaws, basically the next scene that you see with Frodo in the movie is they're near the trolls. So that would be cool, CD and Uru. Yeah, my mini will teach AFK people of Bree South to play the Pibgorn. Oh, you are evil. That is... the Pibgorn is evil. Oh my goodness, that is a low down dirty shame, Snuggle Bunsies. Oh boy. But yeah, so they enter here. In the books, it's not much different. They're carrying Frodo. They cross the bridge here, the last bridge, and then they head on, and then they get to the Ford of Bruinen, which will happen now. Now I'm kind of costing myself some cool stuff here because I turned the music down. I don't know if it'll just kick in. But the music in the Trollshaws here, it's always been one of my favorite zones. Sometimes you just associate like kind of peace and harmony to music and video games in certain sections. Like a certain song will be playing while you did a quest in another game or something, and this is no exception. So Alflank here, I always call her Aflac after the Aflac insurance duck. I'm guilty. It's kind of a guilty pleasure, but I'll refer to as in her proper name. So Alflank here has been here since time immemorial. Now these are level 35 quests. I'm getting close to level 32, but I think we can handle it here. I bid you welcome, friend, but must give you a word of caution. Servants of the enemy passed across the last bridge and swept into the Trollshaws no less than 2 months ago. Pursuing a small company, they were hindered at the ford of Bruine, and then the good people were brought to safety, but not all of the evil ones were accounted for. This is pretty cool, you know. Like I said, I haven't reread the quests for a long time, so I guess we're 2 months behind the company. Barishan maintains a camp to the east, on a hill south of the road. Bring him this message from me if you're going that way. Actually, it would be Barakin, because a CH in Tolkien is always pronounced as a K, like Karkaroth, the giant wolf outside of Angband, the original Morgoth's fortress. Barakin should be pronounced Barakin, so I think I've been pronouncing that all wrong all along too. Anyway, no agents of you. Okay. Whatever lurks amongst the ruins of old Rudar remains there. So this was once part of the kingdom of Rudar, which was one of the 3 kingdoms. There was Arthedain, Cardolan, and Rudor that were part of Anor, the old North kingdom. So thank you for this, friend. Tread with care and follow the road east until you find the marker we placed the guide, friends. Okay, fair enough. Rockwin
Might you spare a moment of your time?
used to be somewhere else, I think, and now she sends you into the North Trollshaws. There have always been spiders, but in recent days their number has been multiplied, and the creatures have been spotted far afield. So Barakin sent Thoroniel to investigate, and she has sent word that the situation is much more grave than we had expected. You should travel north into the wildlands of the North Trollshaws to aid. So I'm going to pass on this one. This has always been and always will be, apparently, quests for a fellowship. Now, I'm under level. I have soloed these quests before, but it's not something I really feel like it's doable now. Perhaps in a future stream, maybe we'll come back and we'll actually do these quests. But I'm going to cross the last bridge, and I'm going to recross it here. And one other thing that we should do, we should have another riddle. What do you think? I think we should have a riddle. I'm a little disappointed, though. Not going to lie. A little disappointed. No one has redeemed the dad joke in a while. I kind of gave one away early, and maybe that's why. That could very well be the reason. Dad jokes are kind of an interesting prospect. Oh, look. All right, the Rose Garden has redeemed requested dad joke. Oh, boy. All right, so let's see what I can tell you right now. Okay, I did that one. I did this one. Okay, this is an all-star one here. Here we go. Why does the Norway Navy have barcodes on the side of their ships? Why does the Norway Navy have barcodes on the side of their ships? Maybe some Norwegian wood here? So when they come back to port, they can Scandinavian. When they come back to port, they can Scandinavian? Oh, that's why the Norway Navy have barcodes on the side of their ships, folks. So when they come back to port, they can Scandinavian. Oh boy, let's check that one off the list. Oh boy, that's a good one. Okay, so let's have a riddle, shall we? Let's have another one, shall we? Okay, let's see here. Okay, this is actually a good one too. It's a little bit of a clever riddle. Oh John. It's not too often I get that emote from you, my friend. It's not too often, so forgive me. That was good though. You got to admit, as far as dad jokes go, that was like that was an ultimate groaner. That might have been the best dad joke I ever told. Anyway, okay, that's the Lonelands music there. Okay, so here's the riddle, folks. The more you look at it, the less you see. The more you look at it, the less you see. Okay, I do not like this. I need to enter the Trollshaws. I think I just need to go. My grades. We're gonna get a music change here. Yes, here we go. Alright. Get that Lonelands music out of here. My grades, the answer is not the grades. No, not the future either. And not darkness, Snuggle Bunsies. The more you look at it, the less you see. This is a clever one. I like this riddle. we've got some good Trollshaw's music going on now. Now, another thing that I'm doing incorrectly here is I should actually be going off the road. Let's backtrack a little. The first part of this, so the Trollshaws used to be an area, the sun. Yes, Basilla, the sun. That is the correct answer. You. So Basilla, I will say this. I'm trusting to her good nature and her staying honest here, but I'm just hoping that the minute she heard Riddle, she didn't turn on Siri or Google, and because she is infamous. Basilla's the type of person where if you tell her you want to watch a new movie, snuck in 2 seconds ago. If you want to, say you want to watch a new movie, she'll Google the movie to find out how it ends, because she just can't wait. She just can't wait. So, anyway, so these Trollshaws here. They did a revamp, and I've got a funny story about that too, actually. But they've inserted a lot of these quests here. That is insane. Yeah. Jay, welcome back. So you've got these quests here. We've got defeat boars in the southern Trollshaws, defeat sickleflies in the south Trollshaws. Those are 2 new ones. You know what? I'm going to get rid of these deeds here because they're clogging up quest space. Remove that. Remove that. Remove that. I've done as much as I can for today anyway in those. So these are new. So when the Trollshaws first, I have to know the ending. The surprise is how it happens. So yes, exactly. So if she had never watched Star Wars, she would have had to have found that out. It's crazy. I will I will tell you this secret. Okay, this actually is the movie that I'm talking about. So I wanted to watch an old scary movie. It was called Prom Night, and starring of course Jamie Lee Curtis back when she was very, very young and known as the Scream Queen. All right. Now, unbeknownst to a lot of people who know me, I had never seen Prom Night. I never watched it before. And it was actually filmed in Canada. It was filmed in Toronto. So kind of a double whammy on me. I really should be seeing this Canadian film that's also a horror movie because I love Halloween. The Halloween franchise is one of my favorite franchises in horror. Probably but just behind Friday the 13th. But that's just because I'm a big guy and I always liked Jason because he was just so damn big, Anyway, so we were watching this Prom Night movie, and I was like, you want to watch this? You want to watch this? Bloody Basilla Googles and finds out, what happens and who's who in the movie before we even watched it. She knew the ending, but she sat there with me on the couch watching, oh, I wonder what's going on. And, yeah, so Basilla, guilty as charged. Guilty as charged. But I'm really hoping you didn't Google it. You guys don't even like me watching the trailer of a movie I haven't seen. That is correct. We need to have a horror movie night. Yeah, that would be fun. Especially, I didn't know, Rose, that you were kind of getting into some scary movies. I've got some good. No, I didn't promise. Yeah, so there's that. Anyway, for those of you who are just joining the stream or who are returning, welcome back and thank you. For those who are maybe watching for the first time and are hesitating, do I really want to get involved with those terrible dad jokes? I hope you do. I hope you do, and I hope you come back sometime soon. Go ahead and mash that follow button, and join us the next time we do a stream. I stream on Tuesdays and Thursdays for the most part, right here on Twitch. And you know what, Rose? Since you're there, oh, Basilla. Of course you did, because I haven't watched any of the Halloween movies. Halloween, the rawness of Halloween is awesome. Halloween is awesome. Okay, give me one moment. I was gonna get Rose to do another shout out, but I'm gonna see if this works, guys. Okay. He's coming. He's coming. Come on. Yeah. They want to see you. Your mom wants to see you. Oh boy. Alright. All you have to do is whistle. All you have to do is whistle, and there comes Riley. So Riley is the gray tabby. He's actually very special, this cat. Secretly, I like him. I secretly like him. I often give him I often give him a hard time. I kind of kick him when he's down and such. But he's a good one. He's very good natured. He'd go home with the pizza delivery guy. He loves everybody, loves strangers, loves whoever. Very mellow. And he does growl. He growls if someone comes to make a delivery at the door, or if he hears someone come up the stairs, he'll growl. So a good cat. I think he knows I'm talking good about him because he's kind of closing his eyes in that very, very trusting way. So he's good. He's a good one. And he doesn't really meow. He's got this like squeak, which makes him kind of even cuter. But I've heard his real voice, and it's not so pretty. So there's Riley. There's our second-rate gray tabby. You wave to the people. Now you're getting mad. All right, off you go. All right, so there we go. Won a stream redemption of Riley. All right. So anyway, so yeah. Oh, look at this. We got en français. Character just galloped right on through. Daisy would kill me if I did. Daisy looks so noble, though. She just looks like a queen, you know, like very regal. And at least once when you're kind of holding her for the stream. Thank you. I'm out. All right. You need to be ordering that pizza. Oh no, I guess you're gonna get home first, and then we'll wait for real Mr. Dom, and then you can order at like 8:30 or something. So, all right. Have a good rest of shift. So yeah. So Daisy just looks like she's so like, you know. Okay, I'll put in an appearance sort of thing, you know, and you always get one good blink out of Daisy when she's there. So, yeah, so I like that. You should actually put that in the stream jail though. Sometimes she kind of like, I don't know what she's doing. What's really funny is like jail disappear and then, you know, he'll come back with Daisy. But sometimes she's like raising hell in the background. There's a huge light behind my camera. Yeah, she'll be like scratching at the floor or, you know, tearing something up. So I think there's a little bit of crowd control going on with Daisy in the background there, but I'm a big fan. I'm a cat guy. I admit it. I think another thing, the reason why I was a cat guy, and I was thinking about this because we're thinking about getting a dog, first time, and like I'm a little nervous around bigger dogs. I got bit when I was a kid, and you know, I'm like, there's always that kind of fear. So I don't mind smaller dogs, or medium size, you know. But one of the things that always kind of prevented me from getting the dogs is I love to travel, and sometimes I don't want to take the dog with me. Now, whether that's selfish or whatever, it just seems like, you know, like for example, if I'm going sightseeing, I don't want to leave the dog alone in the hotel room, and I don't want to take it with me. Or like if I'm traveling on, like, say, a romantic getaway, you know, I don't really want to bring the dog. You know, it's just not my thing. So it's kind of prevented me from getting a dog. But I do have faith in my family, and kind of like their ability to, you know, take care of the dog when I'm gone. You know, I don't think they mind. A couple of my cousins had a couple of big huskies, and oh, we've got that's a lore master over there. She's okay. So we got that done. I never finished the story about the Trollshaws either. Jeepers. Anyway, so we're thinking about getting a corgi. That's the kind of dog that we're looking at. They're supposed to be very smart. They're very cute. I'm a big fan. They always look like they're happy, you know. So and they don't seem very threatening, which is, I know it sounds a little silly, but when you've been bit by a dog, sometimes it's a little scary to be dog that. You want the queen dogs? Yes, exactly. Yeah, I'm so that's my that's kind of my one of my decisions to make in 2022. Are we gonna get the corgi or are we not? We even were looking at a third cat, I'm not gonna lie. Just a couple weeks ago we saw pictures of a really cute kitten, and we're thinking about giving that a go. In reality, there's not a whole lot of difference from having 2 cats to having 3 cats, and our cats are extremely loved. They're kind of that way for a reason. Like, they're very docile, and you know, like they're very good with people, and that's because Basilla's a mauler. Like, if you don't like, and this is on a personal level too, if you don't like being mauled with affection by someone, you don't want to hang out with Basila, because if she loves you, she's like, you know, yeah. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. But the cats are used to getting mauled, and you know, like, kind of gotten on command, turned upside down. She'll, you know, like, pick them up and, you know, like, fluff them up and then put them back down. So the cats have kind of learned to just deal with it. And it's like, that's her form of affection, right? Where when you go over to her parents' house, Basila's parents have, I believe they have 4 cats there now. They had 5 at one point, but they lost one just recently. But anyway, if you go over there, the cats run from Basila. Why? A lot of them were Basila's cats, basically, when she was in her 20s, and in the, you know, like, I had to move. Hey, we just gained a level. Look at that, level 32. Sweet. So they run from Basila. They go hide out in one of the bedrooms because they don't want to be mauled, you know. So the mauling is real, folks, I'm telling you. And she's gone now, so I'm able to say all this with no fear of retribution, and I know no one's going to turn me in. So this is cool beans. So Rose Garden, while I'm looking for the white marker here for the next thing. Are you there? Are you there, dear? Are you still right on the computer? Okay, good, you're there. Wow. Okay, what I need to continue Shout Out Thursday. More shouts out to other streamers. So, let's see, who have we done? Let's send a shout out to Sloth. Okay, so it's Sloth and then Quuee. So let's send a shout out to Slothy. Sloth Queen is a streamer who. I've seen her stream Overwatch, and I've seen her stream Guild Wars 2. She is super sweet and is very, very interactive with her viewership. I actually ran into her, as I ran into a lot of people through Jay's stream. So definitely go give her a follow if you haven't already. She's a lot of fun to watch, and you know, if it's quite cute because she is a lot like me when we get raided. I don't know if she has the same kind of things as I do. I don't like to ask for anything, and I quite often I don't know how to deal with like compliments or like notions of kindness, or, you know, acts of kindness or gifts or whatnot. I'm really, you know, it takes me kind of speechless. So Slothy's kind of like that, and she gets a little bit emotional when she gets raided, so I like to raid her, you know, and then you almost get the tears going. So let's see here. So that's pretty neat, and so go give her a follow. So who else? I have some news, and I don't know if Killer is still here, and I don't know if this is if this is the streamer that you guys were waiting on, but anyway, Big Ed Mustafa. So it's I believe, Rose, it's just like Big BIG Ed Mustafa is Mustafa. So Big Ed is a Lotro streamer, and I believe he's on the stream team. Now, he came over and he was just kind of having a good chat with me, and he was saying, you know, like, right on, you know, like, you do sound like the type who'd be really good on the streams and whatnot. And then I think he disappeared for a while. Well, he streamed like last night. He's back. So I checked his channel, you know, because I went through a bunch of... Someone just broke their leg right next to me. Oh, no. So Big Ed is back, so go check him out. Lotro streamer, and a member of the Lotro stream team, which I think is a pretty cool. Maybe someday I'll get there. Someday I'll that's kind of an aspiration. So yeah, we played last night. Hard Hit, yes. Okay, so I think you were in the stream too. I forgot to mention you, but Killer was really concerned that, you know, he went missing. So but he hadn't put on a stream for some time. I believe he was kind of AWOL. And so it was good to hear him kind of back last night, so that's cool. And he's on Friday night, yes, yeah, because he was saying maybe someone can take my Friday night shift or whatever. And honestly, I can't. Oh, hey, well, Olorina. Oh, that's a nice name. That's a very traditional game. Oh, I'll take that. And I'll thank her. Right on. So Olorin is, of course, Gandalf's true name back when he was a Maya, living in Valinor with the Valar. So his Maya name was Olorin. He used to hang out a lot in whose garden was it? Nessa, I think was the name, or yeah, I think her name was Nessa, that Valar. And she learned pity from him. So, anything else to shout out? Yes. Let's do one more. So we got Big Ed. Yes, I'm gonna. We got Big Boosh. Okay. Darth Dad _gaming. Darth Dad _gaming. So he's a Star Wars: The Old Republic streamer. Came in and he was actually our 100th follower. So that was pretty special. He took it really well. You know, I thanked him and whatever. And it's just kind of a random thing, but that was like really cool for me. So Darth Dad Gaming, he's a regular streamer, and if you haven't seen Star Wars: The Old Republic and you want to kind of watch a stream, he'd be a good dude to check out. So those guys are part of our shout out Thursday. I've got a couple more, but we'll save them for a few more minutes here. So you bring word from Afflank. I'm gladdened that she has not encountered any evil creatures, but it's clear to the wise that an unseen evil is often the worst. Still, I'm glad of your tidings. If you're willing to help us watch the wilderness for signs of evil, you would be doing us a great service. Perfect. Okay.
Might you spare a moment of your time?
Trampling hooves. So this quest line, I'm just going to pause so I don't lose my train of thought here. This quest line here is part of the original Trollshaw's quest line. You kind of come here and then you talk to the dwarf, and the dwarf sends you to do something. Now I think it was a little bit different back then, but any non-repeatable quests were part of the original Trollshaws. And the Trollshaws used to only have 30 quests to complete to get the deed done. A Path in the Wilderness, I think, or Deeds in the Wilderness, I think they were called. So you needed 30. And back then you used to have to, when the game launched, before ECAD Candleath, there were like barely 30 quests in the entire Trollshaws, which may be the reason why a lot of people didn't like them. But you had to do the spider quests if you wanted to complete that deed. You had to do it back in the day. So before ECAD Candleath came along, it was kind of a must, because that whole region only came out in an expansion. I believe it was Vol.1 book, I want to say book 11, that brought you to that section of the Trollshaws for the first time. So a little bit of Lotro history there. And then they revamped it. So they've added a lot of just like kill and gather quests that, with beasts that were here, but you never really had to touch them. They were just kind of here for critters and deeds. So they've added a few of those in to kind of help you reach your 30 quests faster. And now, honestly, I think you can get the 30 quests just after Thorinhad. So it's really not that far off. Anyway, okay, so Dwarf Friend here has requested an assistance. He was part of a company that was commanded to bring certain relics from Thorin's Hall to the Dwarf Loin, currently staying in Rivendell. Hathor Ironfist traveled ahead to notify the Lord that the dwarves would arrive, but after the passage of some days he grew worried. The company never arrived, and Hathor has now come back. So the area has been trampled by wild boars. Sorry I'm not that active, just a little fatigued. No problem, Rose. I'm kind of feeling a little fatigued myself. I'm not going to lie. So today was a full work day. And but anyway, thanks guys. Thanks for coming. Just a little kind of impromptu shout out to all of you viewers. Thanks for showing up and checking this out and following along today. I almost didn't stream. I really wasn't feeling well around 4 o'clock. So I had like a quick little 15-minute lie down. And it did wonders. I actually felt a lot better when I first started the stream. And then we had all kinds of madness happen early in the stream. We had a hype train going, my first ever hype train. I'd never even thought like I'd ever see that one of those, except on another person's stream. So that was pretty cool. Then we had a bunch of like gift subs and all kinds of craziness. It was just, Rose was throwing around gift subs left, right, and center. She is a legend already in this stream. I mean, she was already because she was a mod. But now she's just like an all-around legendary contributor to the Steely Dad stream. So amazing stuff, Rose. Thank you so much. I gotta acknowledge that. And yeah. So let's see here. 7. I know you went berserk. You really went berserk. I gotta tell you. And we had John gift subs and Laura gift subs, and it was just kind of what a crazy. It's like a madness had taken part of the company, like it's like from the book where they're trying to find Frodo before he disappears in the boat to Mordor, and you see the little hobbits are yelling around. I just read that part in the book last night, that's why it clicked. And they're all yelling, Frodo, Frodo! And then Sam turns back and goes back to the boats where everybody else is scattered. And Boromir meets his untimely demise and whatnot. So, madness took the company, that's for sure. Anyway, okay, so, this corpse. Find a piece of fabric. So, search for evidence of the dwarf company on the boards of Lavanim. I think this is a specific number of boars that you have to actually kill. I think it's like 10. Because I've tried to, like, I've done this quest over level, and sometimes when you do things over level, you find items, like, I can think of one in Forkel, where it's like, find a Galadriel sword, you know, or find a replacement sword for this champion from a Galadriel, and you can kill, like, if you're 5 levels under, or if the quest is yellow or orange, you're gonna kill a lot of them before you find the sword. If you go in, like, you know, at level, on level, or even a little bit above it, the sword drops off like the second or third mob. So I think the RNG for that particular type of quest is predetermined. This one, I honestly think that it's just, after a while, it keeps saying you found no further evidence. And after a while, it's just like, you know, you apparently find something, but it never says you found this. At least I don't think so. No further evidence, okay, and it still wants me to kill more boars. Little hiccup there. Okay. More boar. Singular. Found no further evidence, okay. Still looking, still looking. I think I've killed about 9 bear by now. There it is. So it says you found no further evidence of the dwarves' location. Bring the scrap of cloth you found to Berishan. So maybe it's just you're looking and looking and looking, and you found the scrap of cloth off the first boar, and then it just says, you know, like, just give up and go back, sort of thing. I just always found that kind of worded weird, you know, but it may have been like a revamp kind of overlook. Or maybe it's the way I just described it, and they just don't, you know, they think it's fine. But anyway, so we're traveling in the Trollshaws, folks. We're finally beginning the Trollshaws. We're following the Fellowship. We're after having read the quests, we're about 2 months behind the Fellowship from where it stands right now. They passed on to Rivendell 2 months prior, and we're just following in those footsteps now. So,
What do you need?
okay, I'm uncertain of what this cloth portends. It's not of elf make, but I cannot say whether it is of dwarf make or not. Hathor's company may yet live, though I have little hope of it. Okay.
You lend me your ear.
Alright, Hathor told me about the missing dwarves while you were away. Gloin of the Lonely Mountain requested the delivery of some stones of historical value from Thorn's Hall as a sign of good faith for the Elves of Rivendell. He's visiting Imladris on a mission of some importance, and Hathor is worried that Gloin will be made a laughingstock without such gifts. Oh, that's awful. That's awful. You should never have expectations. He is mistaken, of course. Master Elrond treats all with respect and honor and has no need for such baubles. I have told Hathor he need not worry on that account, but he does not listen. Perhaps the dwarves were surprised before they had come very far into the Trollshaws. Return to the last bridge and speak with Aflac, Alflank, and perhaps she has seen some sign of their passing. So, alright. Back to the last bridge. But anyway, let's see here. Tell about the boar deed in 10 regions. How many boars are there in Forkel? There's only the one. And I'm not sure, you know, no excess. I'm not sure if the boar in Forkel is, oh, I guess it's 10 regions, but it doesn't have to be the exact 10 regions, because I swear I completed the boar deed on another character after killing the boar in Angmar, the big pig just outside of Ohio. The Grimgore, I think it's called, for the level 45 class quests. I think I got the deed done after killing him, but before I killed the boar in Forkel. So I'm not really sure about that. But yes, there. So I mentioned that in the previous stream, but it bears a re-mention that there is a hidden deed in Eriador, where if you kill a boar from each region, so one from Ered Luin, the Shire, Breeland, Lone Lands, North Downs, Trollshaws. I don't know. There are no boar at the beginning in Ivandim. There's only that one in an instance. And Ivandim wasn't out when that deed was there. Angmar. and I think Angmar. But it may be Forakel too. Maybe I'm kind of thinking that the Forakel boar was the last one, and I got it mixed up. But there is, if you kill a boar in all those regions, and the Misty Mountains. No, you don't need a boar in the Misties, I don't think. I don't even know where there would be boars in the Misties. Anyway, you do get a hidden deed, and it's called Pork Chopper. It's a title called Pork Chopper, and it's kind of a cute deed. So.
What can I do for you?
All right, Alflank. Greetings once more, Jubilost. Alas, I have seen no sign of these dwarves you are searching for. Is Hather certain that they came this way? If so, it was before we arrived. Perhaps we should search the area around the bridge. Okay, I know where this area is. So down we go. A reflection on the water. Very nice. It's like this area here is like a Bob Ross painting. You know, you've got mountains, little trees, river. So. Always so fascinating to me is the Slug Dean in Carndum. That's another hidden one. Now that's one that actually has a prerequisite. The crate has been smashed open and its contents removed. Whatever it once contained has been stolen by parties unknown. So I'm not sure if they fixed this or not, if they've changed it. I've heard tell that they have. But in the olden days, when Lotro was young, there is a hidden slug deed in Carndum. You have to kill 100 slugs. In Carndum for the deed to pop. And then I think the deed is actually called Slug Wrangler. I think that is the title for that one. But the deed will not appear unless you have done the deed in the Shire. Unless you have completed the slug slaying deed in the Shire, that deed in Carndum would not appear. Because I remember we were working on it, and we all went in with the same group for a while. These 4-hour Carndum marathons back when the level cap was 50. And some of us would get it and some of us wouldn't. I got it because I was one of the deeders. You know, I always like to deed. So, but those who didn't, you know, would be like, well, how come I can't get this deed done? And then we found out there was a prerequisite. So I don't know if there's still a prerequisite. I will also spill the beans on another secret deed in Rohan. Once we move into Rohan, now this is quite far away. There is a hidden boar slaying deed in Rohan as well. In Eastern Rohan, so when you first get in there. So I think it's 100 pigs, 100 boar. It's either 100 or 150, and you get yet another boar slayer title. So I don't know if there's any more. That's kind of cool. Like if you go on to Gondor, and eventually when you get there, you kind of say, you know, like, is there one in Gondor too? Like they really like these little hidden pig deeds. So that's kind of interesting. So no excess. You just make sure that before we do our Carndum run, that you've completed the slug slaying deed in the Shire. It's only 20 and 40 now. It's a lot easier than it used to be. It used to be 30 and 60. So they've reduced the number of slugs you have to kill. So go get that done. All right, you found a shattered crate. You found a shattered crate of dwarf makes. Hey, had a break in the action. Welcome, Swimmeroo. Welcome, my son. You have missed some pretty amazing things, that being one of them. So subscribers now have an emote. That is my first emote. It just got approved today at like 3:30. So you get the Steely Dad, the inaugural emote. So that's pretty cool. Also, Swimmer the Root, we had a hype train. Come in. If you look at the top, the Rose Garden went berserk, gave out 7 subs. Energon gave out 2. He resubscribed himself. Laura came on. Laura the Explorer 69 from our friend Jay's stream came over. She gifted us subs. It's been madness. The day, this has been a mad Thursday stream, and we got raided by the Green Eye Gamer. Brought like 25 people into the stream. Like all these cool things happened, and I wasn't even gonna stream. I was like, I wasn't feeling well. You know, when we talked on the phone, I really wasn't feeling well, and I wasn't sure if I was going to stream. I just kind of made the decision, yeah, I will. So just goes to show, guys, you know, like, and thank you for all those things. You know, Rose, I've already thanked you, but, you know, thanks for everything. That you never can tell what's going to happen. You may go into something and you'd be like, you know, I'm really not sure how I feel about it. You know, but if it's something that you usually love, and you know you may not be feeling it at the time, maybe start it, and then maybe the feeling will just kind of hit and you just go with it. So I certainly did, and this was crazy. So Rose has the little choo-choo train now. It's kind of cool. I think Laura and John have it as well. So pretty awesome stuff. Awesome stuff. It was like a tier 2 train too, I think, or something like that. So it was pretty crazy. Anyway, so yeah, so it's true. So let's see here. Swimmer the Roo is just for all of you who don't know. Swimmer the Roo is my son, and I will not be streaming between now and Saturday. He is turning 16 years old on Saturday, so happy birthday, Swimmer the Roo, from the stream. Didn't mean to send that. Not sure what that's. We do because there were conductors for it. Anyway, so happy birthday. He's turning 16 years old on Saturday, and hopefully it turns out to be an awesome day. But sending you a pre-birthday shout out from the stream. So, where are we here? We are. So Swimmeroo is leveling up to the 16th level. Fun stuff. Looking forward to it. I think I'm almost back here. Let's see, what time are we here? Yeah, so let's have one last riddle here before we call it a stream. Like, in the end I usually like play some music and have a chat, but let's have one last riddle. Maybe two, because there's a couple of easy ones here. Let's start with this one. Face with a tree, skin like the sea, a great beast I am, yet vermin frightens me. Face with a tree, skin like the sea, a great beast I am, yet vermin frightens me. And yes, Diesel has already been redeemed, and actually Riley was already redeemed. And yes, elephant is the right answer. Well done. Excellent. Excellent. So that's the answer to the first one, guys. So those two were redeemed. You also missed a couple of really good dad jokes. Just say it. Let's see here. I think that page is done. Okay. Do I have any written on the back? Put that in the shredder. Let's see here. Oh, you got this one last time. Okay, here's another one, guys. So this one might be easy too, depending on if you've heard it before. But I cannot be felt or moved, but as you come closer, I get more distant. What am I? I cannot be felt or moved, but as you get closer, I get more distant. As you come closer, I get more distant. What am I? Leave you guys with that one.
What is the meaning of this?
Well, you'll find out, Heather Ironfist, if you answer my riddle. You have found the crate, my dwarves. Rose? Okay, I'll kind of give you that one. The correct answer I was looking for was horizon, but that's close enough. I think that's like as close as you can get to the horizon. Yeah, without actually misspelling it, or without actually like putting it in chat. So, so congratulations, Rose. You got that one. Cool. All right. I know. Just saying. I love you. Okay, you have found the crate my dwarves were bringing with them, and I had hoped that you might return with the stones, but it sounds from your tale that someone else has already made off with them. This is inexcusable. We must find them, or Lord Gloin will be made a laughing stock. Okay. So clearly misfortune befell my companions. My dwarves may be lost now, but the stones they were escorting can be recovered from whomever or whatever has stolen them. This we must do, Jubilost. As I was returning from Gloin's camp to meet my companions, I saw a large number of cave claws along the road, especially along the road to the north. Bershin tells me that there are ruins of Ostdurgon lie near there. The old fortress of Rudar would attract creatures such as cave claws, for the vermin devour stone. It may be that whatever frenzy has drawn them out of their caves has also driven them to attack armed caravans. Alas, the stolen stones would be just that, such a prize as might cause the cave claws to do. So we got to go investigate that. Breaking out that fighting dwarf emote there. So okay, so Rose, are you ready to do? I've got like a couple more shout outs and that's it. This is Shout Out Thursday, so I'm kind of paying it forward to all of those people who have followed the channel and who may do some streaming themselves. So here's another one, and it's Ada_wait_. So he used to stream under a different name that he's since changed. But Ada_Wait_, he's a Resident Evil streamer, and he's a good friend to this channel as well as Manbear J's channel. He's also a really sus player of Among Us. Just gonna say that. And he is from South Florida, so I do enjoy hearing those South Florida stories from him. So go ahead and make that follow if you like Resident Evil. If you want to hear some of these stories, he's got a good sense of humor, folks. So and there he is. Okay, so that's one. And let's see here. The last one I'm going to recommend is you may already be, if you're back to the grind. All right, Swimmeroo, good luck with the homework, bud. And we'll talk to you soon. We'll talk to you later on tonight. I'll give you a call. So, all right, love you. Good night. Or good evening. I'll talk to you later. So this one is Adiel Valathorn, and I'm not sure. I don't think there's a space in between them. Ypres won't write itself. Oh my goodness, that's I forgot you're doing the war. So very cool, very cool. So Swimmer is doing some history homework, it looks like. So Adiel Valathorn is my last shout out. Rose. So it's Adiele. That's how it starts. And Valathorn is Valathorn. So she is a Lotro streamer. She's very experienced. She's also a pagan, and she incorporates it not to like I don't get into any kind of like beliefs or whatever, but she's got an interesting opinion on some things, and I do enjoy watching the stream. She's very experienced. I believe she is also there from the beginning, so she's been playing like 14 years. So very experienced, very very cool streamer, and I suggest you kind of give her a check out if you haven't already. And I'm pretty sure my friend Hardhit is actually, I'm not sure if he's a mod in her channel or if he's just a big fan, but Hardhit, thanks for kind of turning me in there, because I'm enjoying those streams as well. So I think with that, guys, it's 7:30. There you are, Hardhit, right on. So it's 7:30 here, guys. My significant other is due back shortly, and I need to get a couple things done around the house just before she gets here. So I think we'll probably end there. Let's see here. I'm gonna check to see who's on that I may want to pay a little visit and pay it forward to. My goodness. Okay, I don't see anybody streaming tonight that I know. Okay, Rose. Hold on 1 second. Let me get back to the thing. All right, so yeah, Rose, I'm not sure if you have anyone on your list, but that we can go raid, but we can drop a steely raid on someone. So night, talk to you, see you soon, guys. Thank you very much for coming. You do have a few. Okay, so just pick something close to maybe the genre, or pick something really fun, whichever. It's too bad you're not streaming. You could raid yourself, but yeah, guys, thank you so much. Tonight was a special night. It was the very first time, and I'm gonna put this on. I forgot to put it on. Oh, I don't even have it yet. So tonight was the very first time for several things. First of all, we got our first emote. We got a train going. We got the hype train going. We got some gift subs thrown around. We had all kinds of stuff going on in this stream, and we actually finished Volume 1, Book 3. And we're into the Trollshaws now. So when you come back on Tuesday, I believe that'll be my next stream. If you want to come back, go ahead, hit the follow button. It'll remind you when I'm coming online. When you come back on Tuesday, we'll continue with the Trollshaws, and we'll eventually start Book 4. So that is the plan. Let's see here. The games are Valorant and Fortnite. Which game? Thanks, Hardhit. Thanks for singing the emote. I'd say Valorant, probably. I've heard, actually, I know a couple of followers of us are doing Valorant. But anyway, I'll play you some music, and we'll see you all again. Thank you, everybody, for coming. Hope you enjoyed the stream. If you want to follow me on Twitter, maybe we'll get these out, Rose Garden. On Twitter, it's I'll let Rose Garden put it out, but it's SteelyDad 2021. And also, we have a YouTube channel for those older streams that are pre-Twitch, or, for... I guess like from my first few streams, and it features this Hobbit Jubilost. So if you want to check those out, that would be great too. Done a lot of shout outs as well. So anyway, guys, thank you for being so long-winded, but it's part of my charm. Anyway, have a good night, and hope to see you again on Tuesday. And have a great weekend and a safe weekend if you're doing any traveling or anything like that. So, cheers.